Hey, welcome. So, Foodie Beauty, I don't know if she's gonna show today. Maybe she will, maybe she will not. It all depends on several factors. If you're not aware, she was in a drunken state last night, did a lot of things that shouldn't have been done, said a lot of things that shouldn't have been said, and at the end of the day, of course, she deletes 3 of the live streams. Roombee's in Drunken Open Live, and he's got a rolled cig. Also, she got paid a copious amount of money, well over 200, well, not say well over two, a little bit over 200 Canadian dollars for all of that. Hanging in a room, doing nothing, drinking alcohol, calling Nader El Shami, talking shit, and whatnot. What do I think about this? Not anything really. This is just so. I should put it. This is this. The way how she keeps doing this, I'm not surprised, is what I should say. Like, we've seen her do this before. It's the same thing. Cuba Rage, Cuba Rage 2.0. Is this Cuba Rage 3.0? You could say it is. Hey there, Jessica. Hey there, Jackie. Mons, Amara Clinic, Belgium, Juna, CM Cakes, Pretty When You're Drunk, Vanessa, Ivana, Just Existing, The Placenta, Awat, Rumham, White Witch, Annie A, Cherry Stealer Girl, Janine, Corey Coconut, Jenny, No Pants, Cake His Corner. So we're gonna have to figure out, did the ambulance actually get called? Was she at the hospital or did she stay at home? I have no idea what happened with that. I was just told the ambulance probably was called, Peters for Weir, and 911 was being dispatched. But this is from a Maple Nicole, allegedly her cousin, watching um, from across the country. So for me personally, I have no idea what's going on. Hey JG, Trainwreck Lover, hi there. Hey MCM, how you doing? Hippieista, Vicky, welcome everybody. If you want to join the panel, join the panel. Did anyone stream it? It was packed with music, unstreamable. All right, join the panel if you want to join the panel. She would be milking that. I think she is gonna milk it. Like, look at what happened with Nader El Shami's streams. He's getting like 500 people in his streams now because people wanna know any tidbit of what's going on when all he does is just do these bullshit streams where he shows his ability to not cook anything but burn them. Hey Trudy, hi there, Steffi640. Oh, okay. So here we go. Pulpy Syntax streamed it the morning, but made sure to skip the music parts. Okay, so there you go. Hey, Kidney J, how you doing? Welcome, welcome everybody. I wish someone has the kissing part. Does anyone seen the kissing? Well, the kissing is implied. She had her back turned to the camera. Oh, Just Saying has it as well. Okay, there you go. Just Saying has it. Charlie Gold was streaming. Oh, wow. A lot of people were streaming last night. And I didn't even know. Okay, well, there you go. If you want to watch it, there, go ahead. You uploaded the last drunk short video. Oh, yeah, maybe I should react to that one. Because it was only like 13 minutes. Hey, Janelle, Pam C, Trudy, Ivana. Barbecue Chicken posted the kissing part in her last update. So there you go. If you want to join the panel, join now. It is a Saturday, minutes to 2 p.m. EDT for me. Not really that much to talk about. Sagittarius Shadi has posted a video from last night. Andrew Ditch is still in the greater Buffalo area. Dragon Lord Frodo is in jail for another 2 weeks. And all that. Hey, Dammy Danny, how you doing? Welcome, welcome. It ain't that. Hello, hi there, Mary. What's going on? All the while, Peach was saying how annoying she was when drunk. More dubious consent. Whoop whoop. Yeah, he never really goes in on her, does he? It's pretty much he's consenting to her activities. The kiss that Peach did not consent to. Yeah, I guess. All right. DLF is gonna get vengeance. Okay, cool. MCM. I seen that new video Andrew Ditch posted. It was gross. What video? Which one? What's it called? I haven't been able to keep up with him. I know there was a some sort of video involving the police from yesterday, June the 3rd. I gotta check that out. But other than that, this has been a lot. You missed DLF. Well, DLF should be back in less than 2 weeks now. If anybody wants to come up, come up. Hey Terry K, how you doing today, Kidney J? Hopefully all is well. What can I say about Nader El Shami? Well, I did post a video about his escapades or attempted escapades this weekend with anybody and anyone that would pay for a hotel room for him to have some fun. And this man never wants to pay for anything, but wants to have fun in the world. One observation that I didn't talk about is why is Foodie Beauty drinking, drinking, drinking? Is it that, well, of course, Didi can hold her alcohol. She seems to love her wine and she drinks quite frequently. And Nader seems to be able to hold his alcohol, but it seems Foodie Beauty isn't. So why is she constantly drinking now? Is it to show a display that she can hold her alcohol? You remember like high school where there used to be at least one person that wouldn't be able to hold their alcohol, and then you wouldn't know until you all start drinking. You may be at a house party, you may be at like your parents' house or the park or somewhere you're at, and they wild out. Maybe they get very like active. Maybe they are actively throwing up. Maybe they're doing something, but then you know that one person is the person you're not supposed to invite out if you're all gonna be drinking because they cannot hold their alcohol. You know what? That person is Foodie Beauty. Because I think that's what happened. Maybe once, maybe twice, that Nader and Didi were drinking. Foodie Beauty was there drinking, and she cannot hold her alcohol. And we've seen this a multitude of times where she starts drinking, she keeps drinking, she knows she's not supposed to, she knows she can't hold her alcohol, but she keeps doing it anyways. No limits whatsoever, no ability to stop herself. And that's exactly what she is. Charlotte's like, I still remember his name, Wilbur. Oh boy. Oh man. She will drink my she will drink NyQuil and mouthwash when the money runs out. Oh, oh no. Well, we shall see a distinct change what happens in the next payday, pay period, because what's going on is a lot of people are saying she's going to be running out of money. Although she's said the opposite, actually. She said that she's going to get paid like 15 grand or something. Wasn't that yesterday? She said that 15 grand is what she'll be making, blah, 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 which I don't believe her because I think money issues was one of the factors in these latest escapades because Nader wants a place. She wants a place to hang out with him, and money is was a factor in all of this where she's running out of money, and she even spoke on that she's spending all this money on this man and she really isn't getting much in return. So there you have it. Money, big factor in all this. She's bullshitting when she's saying she's getting paid like 15. I would say maybe half of that, $7,500, which is a lot of money to be making in a month. That is a copious amount of money to be making in a month. But hey, that's just me. What can I say about that? Hmm? He has her so dignitized. What can I say to that? Hey Gary, what's up? How was your sleep? Hopefully good. If you want to join the panel right now. Don't forget Ray Ray's GoFundMe. If a mod wants to paste that, post that. New community tab post. I did see the community tab post with the apology. The reason why I'm doing Monty After Dark now is because I believe that she won't be coming on, and if she does come on, it's going to be a driving stream. Okay, all right. First SS from Moto Guy. Okay. So first screenshot. Let me share my screen. Let me get into this. Maybe I should maybe sing in a Missy Elliott song, Missy Superfly, Super Duper Fly, Missy Superfly, Super Duper. But it's more like she's like, I don't know, like Missy Fly, Super Fly. All right, let me full screen this. Okay, so what does it say here? 6 minutes ago, Foodie Beauty posted. First screenshot is from Motorcycle Guy, and the second was a drunk text, cringe, OMG. I sent to Nads. The first guy has proven himself more to me in 2 hours than Mr. Chef has ever. These are the things that matter to me now. Okay. What is going on? Okay, so it says, hi, do you want to see me tonight? And hope you have a good night and we talk tomorrow. Okay. Saturday, June the 4th. She says hi at 1:50, which is now 12 minutes ago. Okay. And who's this? Is this 90 Daddy? Friday, June the 3rd, 8:03. I love you, but you are an asshole. No reply. Okay, what does this prove, Woody Beatty? All right, that you're a master at fake messages? Like, this isn't proving anything. And no guy in their right mind. You know what? Let me shut up. I'm not going to say anything. But why is this man triple texting? And no, after you say the hi, then you wait 23 minutes. Then you say, do you want to see me tonight on a Friday night? And she doesn't answer. And then at, I don't know, almost an hour later, hope you have a good night and we talk tomorrow. Fake. Fake. And then he doubles down with the hi at 1:50 again in the morning. OMG. No, he's not even a triple texter, he's a quadruple texter. Right? She's deleting her responses. Exactly. Cue the deletions of people's messages about this. Anyways, a desperate man. Exactly. Seems very desperate to not only triple text but quadruple text. Is this what he's doing? Or is this what Foodie Beauty thinks a guy would do? Is triple and quadruple text. Keep saying hi, let's hang out. Hey, want to see me tonight? Hey, let's do something on the weekend. Hey, can I come over? Hey, what's going on? Hey, why aren't you answering? Hey, Karu. Answer now. I'm getting pissed off. I'm getting real angry. Run if a man is triple texting. Listen, Kidney J. Big deflection from last night. Exactly. Exactly. All right. So I guess I was right because, when she starts doing the community post, she ain't going to come on live. So I guess I was right. She ain't going to come on unless it's a driving stream. Janet Parrott says it just posted names of the children lost in Texas. Prayers goes out to all those kids. Very unfortunate incident. All right. All right. Hey, nobody want to come up? You guys leaving me hanging here on a Saturday? You ain't got no love for your homie Monty? What? You ain't got no love for Monty? I'm doing the whole Snoop thing. All right. If you got some love for your homeboy Monty, and then come on up, join the panel. Hey Jay Herod, hey everybody. All right, we got the internet T. All right, internet T, I'm gonna add you right now. Hannibal615. I gotta see that camera first before I add you. Hey, internet T, what's going on?
I felt bad for you, so I thought I'd keep you company.
All right, well, thanks.
I mean, everybody's already talked about last night.
Yeah, it's like what else can we say? Well, we can say a lot. We can infer a lot of things, right? I mean,
Yeah, I mean, there was a lot of stuff I missed.
mm-hmm.
I watched off and on, but there's a lot of good clips on Twitter
Yeah.
where she was. I missed this during. Well, I was just like popping in and out reaction channels watching it, but Um, she was blaming the parents at one point.
Yeah, she was. Can I hold a second here? Hannibal, I see you. MCM, I see you. If you guys want to turn off your cameras right now, then I'll add you. All right, you're on. Hannibal, what's going on? MCM, you're here.
Hey.
Hey, what's up? Yeah, sorry about that internet tea. So go ahead.
Oh, no, I just yeah, she was blaming the parents.
She
I
was
don't.
blaming a lot of people, making gun fingers, gun hands. Like that's some disgusting behavior
She was
for
saying
her to do.
work less than minimum wage jobs, and that proves that they don't love their children or something. It
Yeah,
didn't.
I heard that. It's like WTF moments. It's like in vino veritas, man. In
And
vino veritas is like in when people start drinking, they say a lot of what they truly are thinking, and Foodie Beauty is one of these people.
I
Mm-hmm.
like, and I'm sorry, but I am gonna. If she's gonna, do all this, I'm sorry. I'm not gonna. I'm not into the whole abortion talk, but if she's gonna, act like this, I think it's fair when people were in her chat throwing in her face about her abortions because she was too selfish. Her and Pete. And I'm sorry. I mean, I know a lot of people disagree, but I'm sorry. I just think she likes to, let it out, but she can't take it. And now she's crying that she wants kids and she can take care of kids and this and that and that. Yeah, it's only because Nader probably has to have kids. But anyway, I don't know. It's just the whole. I saw a lot of people saying, "Oh, don't talk about her abortions. Don't talk about her abortions." Well, if she's gonna, be, I don't know. I don't even know. I don't want to create like controversy because that's a very sensitive subject, also. But anyway, I'll let somebody
Yeah,
talk.
it is. It is. But
Frustrating. I don't know how to express it without frustrating.
yeah.
It's because a lot of people were defending it, like saying, "Oh, leave that on the side. That's a different subject." No, well, she was acting pretty vile last night.
Yeah, well, she also has a whole rules for thee and not for me kind of, attitude about everything. And I actually didn't see the whole thing, but I did catch she uploaded that separate 12-minute thing that I cut down to 8. And I'd never seen her that, not in Windsor, not in Cuba. Of course, she also took shrooms, and I think she ate a whole wheelchair. She was actually literally seeing things. She looked friggin' possessed, and I could understand why people were concerned. Um, but yeah, it was actually. I don't get shocked really easily, but it was quite shocking, and I just don't understand because I know it was reported to high hell. I don't understand why this is allowed to go on and on and on. I mean, money must be that important to YouTube. It's a whole ecosystem that's supporting this. But she's no Nick Cotto either. She's not. Is she making between our channels and what she's doing now? Not, or is the whole ecosystem making YouTube enough money that they don't care?
Nah, I think she's just really, I don't know, she's just running good is all. I keep saying it, but she runs way too good. She is an outlier when it comes to like law of averages or anything, where for some reason she isn't getting caught except that one time, and even when she got caught, she got her channel back. Kenny J says, I miss where she said Josh Moon wants to suck her fat. She was talking about Josh Moon, wasn't she, last night? All about the fat and many things about Josh Moon that I will not repeat right now. But yeah, I agree with so much people brought this up. She runs way too good. Why isn't she caught yet? Why isn't she gone? And even when she was gone, she was making more money when she was gone. Cause all she did was go on Patreon, go on OnlyFans, go on Twitch, and make a new YouTube account. So she was getting paid from 4 places.
Well, and the more she does in this and gets away with it, the more invincible she feels, and this is not anywhere near over yet.
I don't believe she made that much when she was off. I mean, how much could she have made? I know a lot of people have speculated, but she was on Twitch like a couple times. And then the OnlyFans, everybody stopped. I mean, yeah, she got a surge initially of the OnlyFans, But from my understanding, you can cash out OnlyFans after a certain balance. You can cash it out at any time of the month. So I'm sure she spent that immediately. I mean, if she got kicked off today, she would have no money. You know, maybe $1,000 a month at the most from maybe other little projects, because nobody's gonna subscribe to her Patreon anymore if she made one. Nobody's gonna. I mean, yeah, she has the Beezer show, but that's ban evading. That would eventually catch up to her. Um, and she also has, and no, OnlyFans is done for. She never posts on there. So
Yeah, I think she's gonna be gone anytime soon with her OnlyFans because, like repeated, she's done this before. Where what she likes to do is maybe post as minimal as possible, or just don't post at all and just rake in the cash. Like how hard is it to snap a few pictures on OnlyFans and keep your audience, um, entertained, or at least have something? All she has to do is take out her camera, snap a few pictures, upload it while she's doing something. It's not hard at all. Pretty When You're Drunk says wanted to thanks for skipping over her bullshit regarding the gun violence in the US over the last week. Thanks for looking out for your audience. She's a puke. Thank you, Pretty When You're Drunk. Hannibal, you still there?
Hello, everybody. Thank you, Monty.
Hey.
Yeah, I was just making sure I had my microphone and my speakers and stuff. How's
Okay.
everybody doing today?
I'm good.
Good. Yeah, I wanted to weigh in on last night's whatever that disaster of a drunk stream was. I think she really needs some mental health. She needs to seek somebody needs to help her. In a way, I feel really bad for her, but I'm also a believer in karma, and this is exactly what she deserves. So, how do I sit on this fence? I have so much to say, but I have no starting point with it, though.
All right. So
She needs help, but she's not helpable at this point. There's no way that she's going to be able to be helped right now, and I don't know what her bottom is going to be.
Well, she's obviously watching. She's obviously able to see what's going on, whether she's taking responsibility for it or not. That's where my major issue comes in, as this is a 38-year-old woman that takes zero responsibility for anything that has happened. So
Well, she knows. I believe that she does know right from wrong. She just does not care. She doesn't care, so she's just going to keep on. And she also, I think, has this assumption that most of us are just, she's like, well, why are you shaming me and this and that? She actually thinks that the rest of the world lives the way she does. That when other people drink, they drink like she does, which you would think is a little odd because, I don't know how drunk Dee Dee gets, but I've never seen Dee Dee act like this, and she drinks and all that. So she's just in delusion land, I think. And one other thing before I go, because I need to do some yard work. I know that I'm very snarky. I make, my jokes, and I'm sarcastic and all that, but she affects me as well. Starting not only with the whole recent thing that she's going on about the shootings and stuff, not, but the whole 9/11 thing. She has no idea who is listening to her, who is in her audience. My brother-in-law was in the section of the Pentagon that got hit. He got out fine and all that, but at the time my husband was doing courier work, and he was driving around in that area, and the phones were so jammed you couldn't get through to anywhere, and I had no idea where he was because he was actually in that area the day before delivering stuff. So the panic and all that. So she really doesn't have any awareness of everything, of how many people, from her political views and all this nonsense she's spewing to the essay and the DV stuff. She affects a lot of people, and she just does not care.
I think they showed that last night. I think about 300 people left after that stream.
Yeah, but there was a lot of people who subscribed just to talk smack because she had the open chat. I've been slowly watching how her subscribers have been going up and down, and the more I pay attention to, the more it seems as though she really did buy subscribers. Because if you notice, before this whole open chat where you had to be a subscriber to chat, she was consistently going down. No more of this up, then down, then back up, then down again, consistent with somebody buying subs. Because I've talked about this. I checked a week ago, and you can no longer just outright buy subs because people, companies on Fiverr or places like K Work, which are the two biggest ones where you can buy things like this, are no longer selling packages like that because now it's extremely hard to be able to put those subs onto a person's channel because of how YouTube's now actively getting rid of these so-called fake or dead subs on people's channels. So that is a factor, and I think that's what's going on. I really do think she has or had been buying subs.
Hey
All right,
guys, hey
YTR, you're here.
MCM.
Well, we can't hear
Does
you.
my sound, am I okay? Or no?
I hear you fine.
YTR?
Okay. I'm on my
Hey,
phone, so
MCM?
I don't know. Hi.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, okay. Sorry for the awkward. I'm on my phone and
All
I
right, maybe
usually
it's
am
just
not.
me.
So,
I'm gonna have to exit then come back in.
who, me? Oh, okay. Um, I agree with you, MCM, about the 9/11 thing. She said that she laughed about it, and I remember it actually. I do remember way back when she did. That was one of the biggest things that made me turn as far as
Can
my views
anybody
on
hear
her.
anybody else?
Mm.
Yeah, oh, oh well. I heard what she said about the 9/11
Oh,
thing.
oh, my bad. I think it's my computer messed up on me because for some reason I wasn't hearing anybody. But then we saw the audio stuff. Okay. Okay, boy. All right. White here. If you want to come back, then please come back. My bad, everybody. It was my system. I'm sorry about that, YTR. It was my own system messing up on me. I'm gonna have to complain again to StreamYards about this. So if you want to come back, in the meantime, what were you saying, MCM?
Oh, I was gonna say I could hear her. I heard her, so I don't know what was going on. But
Yeah.
I'm
Hi.
actually gonna have to hop off because my husband has the weed whacker going on. So
Oh,
Sorry
well,
about that,
I was
YTR.
just it's okay. I was just agreeing with MCM because yeah, she said she laughed about that, and I remember that quite a while back. So yeah, I totally know what she's saying on that. And that was really crazy back then that she got away with that. And didn't one of you say that she did lose 300 people? But we don't know. Will they come back? They tend to do that. They tend to leave and come back, leave and come back. So it's hard to gauge it.
yeah, and she was getting new members and super chats through the whole thing, even while she was in the bathroom throwing up. They were still rolling in. It boggles the mind.
Well, I think the reason she lost subscribers is because you had to subscribe. She didn't lose anything from what she started yesterday. People were subscribing to chat. That's all. And then now it's back down to like higher than it was yesterday morning, I believe. Yeah, I think it's like 90 some. I don't know. It's a little bit higher than it was like yesterday morning. It was just people subscribing to chat because she did that nader thing like he does, makes people subscribe.
Hey, Dre. Welcome.
Hello.
How you
Oh,
doing?
can I say one thing? Because I can't day.
Yeah, go ahead.
It's a little off topic. I finished the Monty After Dark after I left, and that gaming dude, that was so out of line. So sorry that happened, Monty. I can't believe that. That
That's
was
all right.
actually clout chasing. What happened there?
Yeah, Monty, I apologize on behalf of all gamers. That guy was just, he was out of line. Apologies.
It's all good. I heard that
Well, it
that
was
person is a troll.
cringy. Oh, really? Okay, that makes sense
Yeah.
now. Yeah. I mean, look, I can only speak for myself, but I worked in Monty's community for a long time. I didn't even think I'd ever panel or be as part of the community. And I don't come on here. I'm not trying to be like self righteous, but I do want to say, like, I don't come on here to be like, oh, plug my channel. I genuinely enjoy the panels. I enjoy meeting people. I've enjoyed Monty's, um, his content for months and months and months. So it's cringy to see someone literally their first time coming on here and doing that, but it was funny at least, so we got to laugh.
All right, no worries,
So,
White
yeah.
Tiara. I guess I'll see you around. Thank you, White Tiara MC,
Yes,
for coming
thank
on.
you. I'll see you later.
Yeah,
Bye,
take
guys.
care. All right, we got Dre D Stallion. What's up?
It's Lord. Just that drunken stream. It was something. Then I'm like, child, between that, then the shit blow. I'm sure y'all know what's going on when they was with Nader and how he was going off on Gary Reed. Roman,
Yeah.
apparently Roman sitting here talking about Aries are racist or some shit. That I'm just like, oh my God. The Crackhead Olympics is going strong and hard this week. That's all I can say. The crackheads are really going off this week. That's all I can say. Just it's been a week. I'm like, Lord and Jesus, I can't. I can't. And she was in Chantal being like, oh, I was drunk, guys. But yet she talked about she basically talked about the shooting again. And I'm just like, ma'am, I'm gonna need you to stop talking about children and mass shootings and United States issues, because every time you do you just sound stupid. Just you sound stupid. But and it's like nobody needs to like her opinion. It's like, girl, you can talk about anything else, but you want to talk about this. And y'all know she's just doing this just for attention. And like it's
Yeah,
all for attention. And I'm like, ma'am, this is not a topic to use for attention. You know
she
what I'm saying?
uses all the wrong topics for attention, just like the essay and all this. It's all for attention. I agree with you 100%, Dre. You are absolutely
It's
correct.
messed up. And it's like our country right now is hurting over these topics. And it's like,
And
girl,
she's poking fun of him. It's like she's, excuse me, phone call.
no, you're fine. Hmm? No, what were you gonna say, Animal?
He has a phone call, so
Oh,
we'll
okay.
take
But
over
it's
and
just that,
continue.
but it's just like our country right now is hurting over these things. People are actually affected by this shit. And it's just like, oh, I'm just going to sit here and make a joke out of it. And she wonders why people sit here and drag her. Like the internet T said, if she's going to sit here and have, and talk about very sensitive topics, she can't be mad when people go and talk about very sensitive topics about her. Like, she just can't be mad about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, if she's sitting here and then she wants, apparently, from what y'all, now I didn't catch everything, but she said something about parents who make minimum wage and how if you make minimum wage, you don't love your kids. I'm sorry, Miss Privilege. I'm sorry. Who the fuck are you to say who loves and who don't love their children? Because there are plenty of people who do basically work minimum wage just to be able to, mind you, who work 2 minimum wage jobs just to be able to support their families. So I don't know what she's on with that about, ma'am. I'm sorry that unlike you who, we don't all just sit here and make 10, 20K for sitting here being a nasty, disgusting piece of shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, girl, bye. Like, she needs to stop. Like, she has no idea how the world actually works, and she's just showing every day how clueless she truly is with how the real world actually works. If YouTube and all this stuff was taken away from her tomorrow, she would not know how to function in actual society, and she keeps showing that every day. And it's just so infuriating. It's so annoying. It's so annoying because it's like, ma'am, okay, I'm sorry, but it's like you don't even have kids. So who are you to say, if someone has minimum wage, they don't love their kids? Two, you've said how many times you don't even like kids. You have a huge problem with women in general. Now all of a sudden you hollering about you want kids, but that's just because Natter's hollering about he wants kids for whatever reason. He don't need kids neither. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna say it. He don't. Children do not need to be in this particular crackhead situation. And I'm just like, girl, bye. Just I can't. Like I can't. Was it thank y'all? Just like she pisses me off. She's just been pissing me off because it's like, ma'am, like stop sitting here, like, especially with this shooting situation, because I'm like, ma'am, like, and then want to talk about, pumped up kicks is the national anthem of the United States. Ma'am, do you not understand how much this really affects our country and how many people in our country are really sick and tired of this situation? Trust me, okay? This is not the time to be sitting here and making jokes and basically sitting here and kiki and ha about it. Trust me, it's a very hot topic issue. It's very serious, and trust me, it's not the time. And then she wants to sit here and talk about, just shut up and pray. Fuck you and your quote unquote prayers, bitch. Fuck you. I'm like, ma'am, I'm sorry. I'm just like, she has really low key just been triggering me personally. And then, oh no, I won't even get into the gay part. I won't even get into the gay. Her talking about, well, I'm just a little bit gay. You're a little bit gay, ma'am. You're a little bit gay. You're a little bit gay. Who? I'm sorry. That's not how all this fucking works, ma'am. That's not how any of this works. And then she wants to holler about 1 minute, I'm bisexual. Now I'm gay. Now I'm bisexual. I'm gay. Hey, ma'am, that's not how bisexuality and gay works. That's not how any of this works. But she's doing all this stuff for a plot line because she ain't got nothing else. And just, she's been like, I'm sorry to be going,
No, you're doing, to me, it's like you're speaking everything that's in my head. You're just letting it out. So I appreciate that because you mentioned
she has really, when I say she has been triggering me, like she has straight up been like, ooh.
She is very hard to watch.
Right, because first she went on about the gay shit. Then she's doing this shit about the kids and the shootings and stuff. Now she's sitting here talking about people and making minimum wage and all this stuff. And I'm like, ma'am.
Well, this is going to be interesting in a couple of months when she's talking about people who's making minimum wage. And at this point, I don't believe that she is even hireable at any reputable company. I don't think McDonald's would hire her if they did a Google search. So it's going to be interesting if something happens to her channel, she loses the amount of income, or Nads just takes her to the cleaners. It's going to be very interesting, but she should definitely keep these topics out of her mouth. Her, Pete, they are very ill-informed about anything. And for the one time, I'm not a Pete's fan at all, but for the one time, I will have to state that I think she should have listened to Pete's last night. He was absolutely trying to save her bacon, but I mean,
but what did Pete say last night? I don't think I heard that part.
Pete's was like, I don't think we should talk about it. I think this is I think we should no. And then it just turned into a yes man. Yeah.
Yeah. He is a complete yes man. He was just there. I thought he was gonna do something, like cut the
Yeah,
internet
I
off
thought
or
he was going to cut
something.
it down. No, he's just
Yeah.
a yes man.
First of all,
Uh-huh.
you have Pete actually sitting here telling her to shut up in any shape way or form. That's never gonna happen, unfortunately.
He did. He told her, "Hey, I don't think that this is, you should possibly end this, drink this water, and all this other stuff." And she bullied him, and he sat down in the
No,
corner and watched. Yeah,
but,
that's what happened. That's what I saw.
but the other day though, when she was sitting there talking about Pete quote unquote moving out, now that was something. Like that was you want to talk about shit that just made me go like, wow. Cause like if you notice when she was just like, Pete, tell them that I'm not kicking you out for natter. And Pete was just like, oh Sam, you look so cute. He would not answer or tell when she would tell them to say when she would say, Pete, tell them that I'm not kicking you out. He would ignore her. I don't know if y'all saw that. He straight up ignored every time and she said, Pete, please tell them that you're gonna be fine. He said, well, I guess I'll be fine. I guess. I don't know. Maybe, probably not. Not. And I'm like,
Yeah, he's so passive aggressive. He's so
no,
passive.
because he know. And I'm like, but that was one time and where I was like, wow, Pete's wow. So even Pete knows what the fuck's up. Even Pete knows what's up. He knows that you're sitting here getting rid of him for natter. And this is sad. And like this is just sad. Head.
Yeah.
I mean,
Facts.
it's like I know people are not the biggest Pete's fans, but you can tell that like he wouldn't like. I'm not trying to be funny, but he wouldn't survive. It's just as much as she wouldn't survive. He wouldn't survive.
Once again, I see Pete as the when I think of Pete, I do think of Pete as the 40-year-old virgin. I think that he's laying down in a go-kart bed. He might even have bunk beds or something. Probably the universe hanging from the sky. That's how I see Pete. So I mean, until I don't know how to say this, until he grows up, drinks enough milk. I'm not sure what he needs to do, but he needs to just be a man, be a grown up, get a job, do things for himself, stop living off of her. That's the bottom line for Pete.
Well, the thing of it is, though, Hannibal, here's the thing. He was at one point working. He was working last year. It wasn't even until October where Chantal said, hey, Pete, if you want to stop working, and basically, if you want to stop working, I'll take care of you. I'll make sure you got food and that kind of stuff because Chantal saw where his job was really taking a mental toll on him and she basically put that deal on the table. So of course Pete said, well, you know what? Okay, fine. If you're going to if you're gonna offer, who's not gonna take that? You know what I'm saying? Like who's not,
No,
not
that's
gonna
true.
take it?
I mean, I understand that. But
I mean,
at
that's a,
what point does that deal end? Is that a lifetime deal? Because if you tell me you're going to take care of me for the rest of my life, that's fine. Then that's what I expect. But if you tell me you're just going to take care of me and get me out of this bad job situation, then at what point am I expected to then find a better job situation?
well, that's the thing. I think that was something that never really got discussed. These people, they don't talk about that kind of stuff. In their minds, she was just, in Chantal's mind, she's probably just like, I'll take care of you, Pete. It's okay. Okay. And I'm like, hell, I would, but again, that's where I would have to say Pete is a bit of a fool. I'm not
Agreed.
gonna sit
Pizza's
here
a
in
bit of a,
front.
but
He's a
then
bit
I
of a
would have to
fool.
say, what is your comfortability? Where is your comfort zone? Because I am completely out of my comfort zone living in cat feces, filth and squalor,
Oh, girl,
boxes stacked up to the top of the house, popcorn laying behind the couch, food laying.
baby,
I am. If
preach
you tell
it.
me I have food, what is it? Fruit flies? What the hell is that?
Yes,
Fruit
fruit
flies?
flies. That's what they were, fruit flies.
Look, no. I mean, no.
Mhm.
So at what point? Because now it's not the fact that I'm going to take care of you. It's the fact that we're living like this. This is how we're comfortable. We're comfortable because Nobody's doing anything. There were up to 3 cats in this house at one time, now 2.
Mm.
And if you're telling me that this cat box has not been changed in X amount of days, I'm not
Try
even
mine.
going into months.
Try
I'm talking
mine.
about days.
No, try mine because they have a subscription to Litter, and Pretty Litter is a monthly subscription thing where they send you cat litter of every month, and they got things a Pretty Litter sitting out. So that cat box hasn't been changed in 2 months at least.
I have
Yeah, that's
one cat.
disgusting.
I have one cat. I must change and scoop at least once every day. I'm sorry. I can't. One cat. I can't imagine more than one cat not changing the box for, as you say, months with an S.
Mm-hmm.
That's a plural.
Mm-hmm. They got more than, mind you, they don't clean that thing for months. I remember one time, because I think it was like Pete showed the box and just showing it just all casually. And I mean, that thing was filthy, horrible. And I'm just like, God, just God. I don't get it. And like you said, to think that at 1.3 cats lived up in there, and then poor Timbit, oh God, Timbit was just living in filth, and I'm like, girl,
And the
what?
conditions of these cats, I mean, is maybe it's my eyes, but these cats look a little matted to me. Are they not
Oh, they
brushed?
are, they
Oh,
are. They're no, their fur is matted. And then you like, was it multiple people have called it out? Oh, the fur is matted. It, the fur is completely and utterly matted, especially on BBJ. Especially on BBJ.
these are cats. These are self-cleaning animals. How do you allow their fur to get matted? You're not rubbing them at all. There's zero attention being paid. I heard that your cat's nails are growing into its pads. What kind of hell is that for a cat?
Oh, was it? Yeah, no, she did it. At least the last time I want to say she went to the vet, they did take care of BBJ's pet. Was it her nails growing into her pad? So at least that she doesn't have that problem going on anymore. Luckily, but to imagine how long she had that problem going on, I didn't even know a cat's nails could get that long. Like I didn't know that it could grow
I,
into their
I didn't know it was
pads.
possible either, because I mean, all cats I have posts and all kinds of scratchy things and toys to play. They have things to get that out of their system with.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Was it? Oh, Monty, everyone's telling you that Foodie lie.
Yeah, she's live, but I'm gonna catch up to her after we finish this up because I try and not let her interfere with, a community discussion because I'm pretty sure she was watching. And, she does this passive aggressive thing that she still even does, but she kind of stopped with FFG where if FFG goes live, then she goes live. But it hasn't worked ever because FFG always has more people in her live streams
Oh no,
than
was it?
Foodie Beauty.
Speaking of FFG, did you see what Nader did
I
yesterday?
did. I did.
Child.
Now, I guess I got a question. Was that actually yesterday that he did that response to FFG? Because
Yes,
that was her
Yes, that
very
was
first
yesterday.
video
it
posted, right?
was. Yeah,
Why?
yeah, it was. Well, yeah, it was her one of the very first ones where she really took off. Like I think it was the stoner response to I guess Foodie Beauty, something like that. But yeah, you're right, Hannibal. Hey, Andrea.
So,
I don't know why he chose that one.
why would he do that after? I agree 100% with Gary in this. I mean, yes, I think they're all in it together. My personal opinion about this whole entire situation is I don't think Natty Daddy ever lied to Chantel about anything. I just think he was into an alternative lifestyle and she tried to get into it, caught feelings, and now she's here where we see her. He's never changed his lifestyle. I also think Dee Dee is personally either a handler, a madam, or a pimp. That's what I got for this. because Dee Dee's way too calm in this entire
She's way
situation.
too comfortable.
And she is, and I don't think that, especially now at this day and age, of course, Natter don't want to claim her because she's an absolute 100% embarrassment. She has, I don't know what you call it. She has scrubbed his name into the mud. So nobody liked him coming out the gate. He didn't have a chance because of things that she said, and then doing your own homework and research and then watching him, he's only solidified that dislike. So, but I truly think that she has a lot of mental issues. She needs some help. She has put this man through a lot, and I think that he is 100% taking her to the cleaners. For the simple fact that you ran his name out here, and now he's out here in the public, and he too was a scrub to begin with, probably a prison cook, as we see, but he can't even go back to prison and get a job cooking. So at this point, he has nothing else left but to take her money. That's what I'm looking at. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, you're fine. And look, when you said a prison cook, I said not a prison cook. Oh God. I mean, at that point, the way he be cooking, it might as well be prison slop. Oh,
Right.
Yeah, cook the chicken fast, put a little brown on it. It may not be done. Eat it before the guards come and go back to bed. Done.
Oh Lord. Look, he makes that questionable food that be sitting there making you be like, ooh, oh. You know what I mean? He'd be like, look, you'll eat it and then you'll go back to your bunk and you be like, oh, I don't know.
Yeah, and then the riot starts. You see what I'm saying? You stuck in the bathroom.
The riot started.
Yes, the riot.
Crazy. Wait a minute.
Yes, the riot started.
You
Maybe
just made a whole storyline behind the raw prison chicken.
Maybe that's where he wants them, in the bathroom. So that's why he gives you that specific food to turn that belly, get you up in that bathroom, lock them doors, pull them drawers off.
There you go.
He the reason why the prison bathroom system don't work no more. Okay, he literally why it's all clogged up, ran up. Lord Natter, you ain't shit.
Can I just chime in real quick? Because I can't stay on for very long, but because you guys were talking about peace, can I just chime in for just a second?
What you got to say, girl?
First of all, hello, Dre. How are you?
Hey, girl. How are you? Good.
And thank you for having me on, Monty. I hope everybody's doing okay. I hope everybody is in good health. And at some point, you take care of yourself, because I know I was highly upset. I was highly, highly upset. And just what she did to Pete. The putting her hands on both of his shoulders. Am I the asshole? I'm not an asshole, right? That it's their national anthem, right? You know, I was like, if the genders were reversed, if Foodie was Pete's and Pete's was Foodie, we would all be able to just stand up and say, wow, what a bully. And I think Hannibal already said it. She basically just bullied Pete. And I wanted him to click a breaker switch or pull out the Wi-Fi. I wanted him to just knock her computer down, do something, because she was dead set. Like, if I could have got to her last night, if I could have physically put my hands on her for all of those things she was saying about the victims in the United States, those children that were murdered, how she would give her life. And I think Pulpy Syntax put it so eloquently. And even he being the Zen person that he is, was like, shut the fuck up, because it was so infuriating. You know, talking about she would give her life for those kids.
Imagine if she was in Texas.
Oh yeah, she would be dead. Somebody would have. If I could have gotten to her last night, I would probably be in jail, because I was that angry talking about those kids. And I was like, please don't let anybody from that community see this video of this monster. I was so infuriated. And then Pete came in and I'm just gonna be 100. It would have been physical violence. I would have chosen violence, and I would not have been. I would not have been. Only God can judge me. I would have went out like that's how I'm going out, because she was so disgusting. Yes, Zach was awesome this morning. She was so disgusting. She was so infuriating, and it just seems like she was hell bent on antagonizing. I was like, why are you trying to pick a fight with your audience? You're just mad because Natter doesn't want you. This is what this is all about. If you would just accept the freaking fact that this dude, she kept saying it. He loves me, right? He loves me, right?
Hell no.
Like, bitch, no. We've been telling you that for a year. He doesn't love you. This is transactional. We have been telling you that. And for some reason, she keeps trying to think that just because somebody wants to have sex with you or do sexual stuff with you, that means they love you. Like, I don't get it. I don't understand. But the fact that you would project and redirect your anger at people that are hurting in such a horrible way. They're hurting in such a huge, irreparable way, that you would open your mouth and say anything about it. And then you try to make it political. Like, that's the part that upsets you. It's like, no, you're mad because this dude does not want you, and he's never wanted you, and he's never going to get on camera and claim you, even though you drunk called him and said, I'm going to cut you off. That didn't faze him because he knows you're not going to cut him off. You're not going to cut him off. You're probably putting on your socks and shoes or whatever you're going to put on, your nasty drawers or whatever you got laying around with your nasty ass wigs that you threw up on. You're probably putting all that shit on, and you're probably going over there to eat his booty right now. So stop acting like, I was just like, what are you doing?
Right. And I mean, and the fact of the matter is that he talks to you any and which kind of way, because he knows at the end of the day, you're not going to leave.
She's desperate.
He knows that at the end of the day, she is desperate enough, that she is sad enough, that she has next to no form of self-esteem or worth to where she will take all his abuse. He knows that.
He knows it. And once a person knows that you are that desperate, that they can do whatever they want. I mean, after he dragged her that first time, when he used her underwear as a slingshot, I mean, I would have bricked all. I mean, the fact that he didn't claim me would have been enough for me to be petty and brick all of his devices. He would have never seen me again. He would have never gotten a whiff of me again, because it would just, nope. Because
okay.
I mean, just to be, and it's not, maybe it's not even that much about self-respect, but maybe it's just about me. Like, like, I don't know what you call that. Self-preservation, even just to preserve my own, like, hurt feelings. I would have just been bricking stuff just to be like, oh, you gonna hurt me, I'm gonna hurt you back. She instead of putting all that hateful energy towards the person that deserves it, she picks the most vulnerable people in our country and chooses to do some stuff like that.
Well, I mean, to be fair, her and Pete's kind to do that, because instead of actually directing their anger because Pete, instead of directing his anger to Chantal, the person who deserves all the smoke, he directs it at everyone else, which is the audience. If it's not vulnerable people. And it's like, I don't understand what in the world is wrong with either one of them. They have this thing where instead of giving the smoke to the person who needs to, basically they need to give it to, they redirect it to somebody else who didn't even deserve it in the first place. Well, to be fair, we know what it is. They're cowards. Let's be real. They're both cowards and basically just disgusting human beings in general. But it's like they have that thing where it's just like, oh, I can't say what I need to say, so I'm gonna redirect it. And it's like, no.
Well, she doesn't have to say anything. She just needs to turn off the phone, turn off the iPad, and stop talking about him. That would be the healthy thing to do, and that would be the most satisfying. Little did she know, it would be the most satisfying thing to do. Let him blow your phone up and beg you for a change. Like she has no clue, because she's calling just, he loves me, right? He loves me. Tell me you love me. And it's like, he's like, take your meds. Because I mean, I don't know how you get to this stage in life to even ask that question? Why would you ask that question?
I
Do
don't know
you
how
love
you
me?
get to this stage in life when you have filed so-called charges. You've put these things out. I mean, there's so many stopping points on both sides of the streets, on her side and his side, but yet
Absolutely.
there's so many points on the bus when we should have gotten off. But here we all are.
Exactly. And
Here we
here we
all
all
are.
are. I know
So
I should have gotten off. I was supposed to be taking a break. But here I am. Here I am upset. And you know, they may be laughing and having fun or whatever, but they still have to sit in that dirty ass house that we know is covered now. It's covered in human waste and animal waste. So enjoy that, Chantal. There's nothing that she can say to me. There's nothing that she can say to her, to anybody.
You
To
know,
make
there are many times that a specific song comes into my head whenever I think about this situation. It's specifically a Deborah Cox song called How Did We Get Here? Or somebody, Nobody's Supposed to Be Here. Y'all have ever heard that song before?
Oh,
It was like,
absolutely.
how did we get here?
of
Yes.
course,
Nobody's
of
supposed to
course,
be
Yes.
yes,
here.
Yes,
And I'm like,
Joyce.
yes,
yes, how did
yes.
we get here?
Well,
How
YouTube gave her her channel back.
yes.
Well, no, I think it started before that. Honestly, I think it started before that. I'm gonna say it started when BB left her. I'm gonna say it
Girl.
started back then when BB
Oh,
left
please,
her.
thank you for saying it that way because she will tell you that she broke up with
No,
BB
no, no, no,
and
no, no. BB left her.
BB left her.
Thank
Thank you.
you.
I think
Who
it started when BB left her. Then that's when the whole Pete's and we gonna make this channel thing come work with me, and they never did anything. I think Pete's also had a glimmer of hope because if I'm not mistaken, it was Pete's then BB because Chantel cheated on Pete's with BB, then cheated on BB with somebody else. And now she
Mhm.
ended up with Natter. I think Pete had some kind of hope that him and Chantel were going to get back together during
He
that.
did have hope.
And now that she went to this Natter thing, because there was really no break in between any of that beat. She really never processed the BB breakup or the BB, however she wants to tell it. She really never got over. And all she did was
I
jump to
agree.
the next man. And the next man she got was the exact karma that she got a monkey's paw wish. It's a monkey's paw. She wished for a man. She got a man. It's not the best man she could ever have. He's a piece of shit.
Well, I
But
mean,
I mean,
for the most
it's a
part,
man.
some people, but some people think that in between before they came along, some people do think that her and Pete might have,
And that's a possibility. That
done
also
done the,
fuels that dream that hey, me and that's why Pete's is still here now. Because let's face it, Pete's he's an incel. No matter what gender he chooses, he's an incel. He's just gonna be. Nobody wants him. He's lazy. I can He can play like he has a mental health issue. I'm depressed. I have insomnia. I have issues. I still go to work daily. I still make money to pay these bills. Nobody's going to take care of that but me. Pete's is in the wrong mind frame for a 30-year-old man, period. That's all I have to
Hannibal,
say.
Hannibal, do
I,
you mind if I jump in? Because I
No, go
actually
for it.
had,
Go for it.
yeah, cool. Thanks so much. First of all, can everybody hear me without an echo or anything? Because I know that's super annoying.
I can hear you fine. You're
Yeah,
fine.
you're
Okay,
you
fine.
perfect.
good.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. So, a couple of things. Um, the first thing I wanted to say, Andrea made really, really, really good points. I listened to your After Dark a lot, and she always makes excellent points. But one of
No,
the
thank
big
you.
things, of course, one of the big things that I think that we miss about Chantal and this whole, you know how she jumped from having a regular chat, right, to having members only. It's a perfect storm in terms of one of her biggest addictions, and that's to attention. Do we remember? I can't remember which stream it was, but do we remember when somebody told Chantel, "Jesus Christ, why don't you iron your clothes? My God." Or at least throw them in the dryer or something. And she said, "Oh my God, it used to get on my nerves so much when BB would sit there and he'd be ironing his clothes and I'd be like, pay attention to me." That sounds little, but that's sick.
It is sick.
Something is wrong with her. And I think that this whole members only, this live stream, it's all a perfect storm. And that feeds into something else. And this is going to be a very unpopular opinion. everyone wants to talk about her VIBs. First of all, if you really go into that chat, 70% of them are trolls and they're just talking amongst each other. And 30% of them are just like hyping her up. But I noticed last night, I think at one point there were 2.3K watching her. Chantel doesn't have 2.3K viewers. Let's go ahead and keep it all the way real. And so all the time people are like, oh, not me. I only watch that. Okay, so there's over 1,000 other not me's out there. What I'm saying is that, you know, whether we watch her through her channel or not, right? People do watch Chantal in the background who are not members. And they feed the AdSense. So I think we just need to I get that her VIBs, a lot of them are annoying. Some of her spit straight facts, and that's why she's constantly blocking them. But let's be honest here. Last night was a fiasco. The CPAP rescue was a fiasco. The TV custody battle was a fiasco. Christmas was a fiasco, and she had all kinds of viewers. Is this not correct?
True.
I mean, it's gonna. I have to keep watching because I just want something bad.
Right, you want to see how
I'm not
it ends,
gonna
right?
lie.
You've been watching
I'm
that
not
long.
gonna sit here and lie.
I don't blame you.
I want anything else for Chantal. At this point, I'm just gonna be 100% real. I will never go to her channel and say anything to her. At this point, I'm just watching because I need karma to come through. I need her to take a big old sledgehammer and smack her across the face. I just want to see something bad happen. And I'm not wishing for it. I'm not wishing for it. I'm just watching. I'm just waiting.
Look, I'll keep it a buck. Look, I'm here for the mess. Okay,
I'm here for the mess.
I like some mess. I'm not gonna sit, even though sometimes she infuriates me, she pisses me off. I want to smack her in the face. You damn right, I'm here for
and
the
if
mess.
she loses her channel again,
you are damn right.
If she loses her channel again, I mean, something bad is going to happen. Let's just keep it 100. She doesn't take care of her health. She doesn't take care of her animals. She doesn't take care of her finances. She doesn't take care of her car. She's living with a person, a whole grown man who is mentally unwell. And I'm sorry, but I would not. To me, as you know, I need to take a step back. You're right, blunted on reality. Thank you. I need to take a step back. Let me stop. But let me finish my point, and then maybe I'll go have a cup of coffee or something. Let me just calm down. But this is the only place I can say this, and see you can have somebody come through like blunted on reality and say, take a step back, and that's what I needed to hear. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, everyone. If I just changed your energy or anything like that, I'm so sorry. But let me just say this, and then maybe I'll just calm down. But something bad is going to happen. I don't see how anything positive or productive or life-changing for the better can come from this situation. You have two mentally unwell adults. And unfortunately, they do have a steady source of income, and they do have a steady source of resources. They have resources, and unfortunately, they're not taking care of themselves in the way that matters. And it's just I can't look away. I am morbidly fascinated. I'm morbidly fascinated with how this woman is going to end up. And then I saw that post by her cousin that was watching from across the country. She said it's a lot. You watching your cousin from across the country have in her psychosis, and she's having a break, and I'm just like, wow.
Wait, hold on. Wait. One of her cousins commented?
That was actually deleted, guys. That was deleted, though.
Allegedly, her cousin.
Allegedly, yes.
That's the same cousin that has my number. That's supposed to be calling or messaging me those photos for the last 5-6 days, and they haven't done anything.
Right. Maybe the cousin. If I were the cousin, I would not engage. If you're listening, if you're somewhere out there, cousin, if you're real, whatever, I would not engage.
Neither would I.
Andrea, can I tell you something? I didn't mean to. I just want to say that wasn't me making a judgment on you. That's making a judgment on the whole situation. That's everybody. Okay. Everybody who's been it wasn't making a judgment on you. And I think it's okay for us to look at ourselves and be like, yeah, some people have been watching her for 4 years. right? Some of
Hi.
us remember. Some of
Hi.
us
I've been watching
Hi.
her
remember.
for a long time.
You
I've been
know,
watching her
so
for 4
right,
years.
Dre.
Hi.
Some of
Yeah.
us remember, and we were yearning for the days of
You
those
remember
raggedy
when
ass
she
grape
was?
fast and
Remember
those
when she was?
water fasts.
Remember when she was
Fruit.
actually like putting? Remember? Okay. Remember when she? Remember when she would sit in her car, and we kind of knew the stories were fake, you know. But remember when she was witty? But now
But
she's just
witty.
Yeah. Well, remember
I
when she
don't
used to
remember her
try,
being
like
witty.
when she used to dress up and do like
Thank
different
you.
eras of mukbangs and stuff like
Oh,
that?
you talking about the time warps?
Yeah,
No,
those
the time
were
warps.
those were pretty cool. I can't lie.
Right?
Yeah,
The time warps was
I
kind of
liked
cute.
it.
Cute. No, my favorite era was dumpster diving Chantal
Dumpster
Yes.
when she could actually kind of carry her butt
that
and
the
dumpster
Rolos, remember
dive.
the Rolos that she got out of the garbage? I was like, girl,
Yes.
maybe just eat
She
one or two.
made her friend do it. Remember? She made her
Yeah,
friend
look,
do
but
the
that was some
most of
good
the.
stuff. That was
She
good
got
content.
I mean, so
right.
anybody who's watching at this point has to agree that we're all here to see this reality check get cashed or whatever train wreck is going down. We're all here for that. But
I,
in the same sense, we are all very concerned about her mental health, her physical health. Um, I just, I seriously have an issue with two grown people not being able to do anything other than turn a camera on. I mean, they can turn cameras on like champs, pros even, but you can't go and clean your damn house. You got to do all of this on camera, and you don't even do it good on camera. So I mean, my issues lie elsewhere. But yeah, I'm here for this train wreck too, and I agree with
the train
Andrea
wreck is all we
100%.
have because
Yeah.
after she said all that she said about this country and the things that people are going through, it's hard for me to want anything good for her. It's hard. And I should not wish anything bad on her. But
I don't think anybody's wishing anything bad on her. I just think we are wishing that she can see what we see. We don't see a sexy. Um, I'm woo. Mute.
okay.
Yeah.
I love Hannibal's voice. But I just, Tasha said that, she made a very good point about when BB ignored her. He was just ironing his clothes because he likes to look presentable. And she's like, can you pay attention to me? And that is very, I think, apparent now. This woman called her out about, one of her commenters last night called her out about, um, her whole situation last night. The one whoever super chatted her basically just made a very valid point about her being a hot mess and she needs to log off. And the woman was like, I want you to remember that you're watching me be a hot mess. You're sitting behind a computer screen watching me. And I thought to myself, that's all she cares about.
Mm-hmm.
Is that somebody's watching her and notices her. Never mind that your whole life literally is going to hell and you're calling a guy begging him to love you. She doesn't care. She just wants somebody to watch her. And I guess that's why the worst thing that could have happened was her getting her YouTube channel back.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, most
You
This
definitely.
might have been discussed, but before I caught the show, but there's something that really also bothered me last night, and it kind of ties into like the beginning of this whole. Do you guys remember Nick? Doesn't that seem like 5 years ago? But we remember Nick. She got fondled in the car, and then she started like
Mm-hmm.
texting him and calling him, and then he
yeah.
finally had to block her.
Into his
And how
apartment.
and how right and right, Dre. She kept saying, "Oh, if I could just get into his house," and she was talking about when she met BB, she slowly started taking things over there. So this is going to tie into that a little bit, right? I was very irritated, and I made this very, clear when people would talk about it in the community. Why in the world do we continuously not hold her to the same standard as we would hold a man? When
Oh,
she was calling, what's his face a million times and went to his house, and then last night with Pete, that was disgusting.
he
That was
got in his face
disgusting.
and all that kissing.
It was really right.
Wait, she did
He didn't push her
what?
away or anything,
Wait,
but
Did
she
she
did
really
there
kiss
were
him?
what?
Yes,
I
oh
just seen her. I
yeah,
seen her in
it
his
was
face. I didn't know she
she
really
kissed him.
kissed him. Oh, that's got.
Like,
Yeah, and then I think she asked if he wanted to have sex
like,
like on camera. Like she asked him that, not saying she wanted to know if they would do it on camera, but she was on camera when she asked. And I feel like if a man was on camera and was like, "Oh, I'm gonna see if Sheila, let's go see. What do you think she's gonna have sex with me?" Oh, we would be all picketing YouTube, like, "Oh my God, this is
He's a
terrible."
predator.
but
But
no,
she gets away with all types of nonsense,
but
all
she
things.
Showing her body
is done.
naked from the waist down. Absolutely not. If a dude did that, whether he had a roll over his genitals or not, if a man did the stuff that Chantel did, he would not be on YouTube right now.
But
And
that's
it's not right.
she's done that. Like that's not the first time. Like I don't
It's
know if
not.
y'all are familiar because Monty was the one that had to put me onto this whole situation with her and Pete, where apparently the back in the day the way they ended up kind of like I guess somewhat being friends or even being around each other was because Pete's mom would let them drink and she would go over to his house, get pissy drunk, and then try to push up herself up on him. And I'm like, ew.
That's gross.
That's so fucked up.
Or
That's
the
gross.
photos that she showed of him. I think the story was kind of disgusting.
Yeah, that's how she
I know
got.
it was high.
If
I
a
know it was
guy
high
did
school,
that,
but if a guy, right? If it was reversed, that is to me something's. I get that we all do dumb shit as teenagers. I get it, but to me, like she has a pattern of really disturbing and disgusting behavior. She even has an upload. Is it like a pizza or a sub upload of called "I Was a Stalker"? And it was really creepy how she used to kept going to this guy's house and finally like the parents of the guy be like, "Do not come back here."
yes.
Like
Yes.
she's always exhibited those tendencies of that. I know that sounds strange, but like
And that brings me
it just
back
seems
to
off.
no, that's perfect. That's perfect because that ties back into the whole situation that we're in now. Because from what I understand, this natty daddy, whatever the hell he was a Tinder date. Am I not? And
That's
this
correct.
Tinder date
He was
overnight turned into the love of my life. Into
overnight
here
with
we are
drugs.
now. So therefore, I go back to what I originally said. I don't think that he ever told her anything different. I don't think he ever told her he wanted to be with her. I don't think he ever told her he wanted a relationship. I think he is into an alternative sexual lifestyle. And again, I
No,
think
he
Didi
never.
is the pimp.
No, I don't think he ever did either because I think in the beginning he told her he was not a monogamous kind of person. Plus, remember, for though too, like what was it when she came into the villa? Not the villa. Sorry, when she went to the trap. I want to say the second time she went to the trap, she went. She literally came into the door. This is mind you, he wasn't there, but there was another woman there. The woman
Yes.
called
Yes.
him
Yeah.
cussed him out. Was it cussed him out
Yes.
because she thought that they were quote unquote monogamous? So he doesn't he's not a monogamous person. He let it be known from the jump.
From the day
From
she
the
came
day,
over.
and then she's
He was
told us.
never a one woman man. He is not that kind and the man. He told her, and she in her mind, because she's stupid and she's desperate, she thought that that she was gonna be the exception to the rules, like how we all do when we get in that mode. We all think, oh, I'm gonna be the
I'm
exception
gonna
to the rule,
change him.
and you're not. You're not the
We've all
exception.
played ourselves, just
Look,
We've all
not to that
played
degree,
we've
ourselves.
all
but
played
not
ourselves
like
in one way
that.
or another. So don't lie. Don't lie. You know you played yourself in some way, in shape, or form with a man
But you
or a
know
woman
what?
of love.
You know what?
Correct. Correct.
I've never gone back and just ran up on that person and tried to press charges on them. I played myself. I made up stuff that wasn't there. I did that to
Even
me.
here's the thing: even after you press charges on that person, do you still want to be with that person? After
Hell
I go through
no.
if I end up, look, I'm from the South.
Right.
I'm in the States. I'm from the South. We don't call
Okay.
the cops.
We don't call the police.
We don't
No, we
call the
don't.
police.
I will call all of my
We
cousins.
don't.
Yes, we will have a whole family. We're gonna call it shindig. We're gonna have a hoot nanny.
Rosa. We'll call it a Ponderosa.
We're gonna call it, yeah, we're gonna call it anything but call the cops. You see what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So
I mean,
when you get
you
to the
right.
cops, that's it. That's what I'm saying.
It's
There were so
done.
many places that this entire arc should have ended. And therefore, I present
thank you,
Didi.
Lisa.
Didi
Lisa
comes
knows.
in
But
Dee
you're
Dee
right
comes
though.
in and
I
Dee Dee
have
says that I don't know you, I just a fan, and I want to. All of a sudden, Dee Dee enters the picture, and all three of them have. Once again, Dee Dee's a pimp. Natter introduced Dee Dee to this whole entire
I guess Dee
situation.
Dee's winning.
Dee Dee's the one that's making the money plans,
I don't
and
know.
Natter has not
Is
said
it?
anything different other than I don't want you. I just want your butt in whatever. Oh my god! Oh, I got sick. I got sick. I'm sorry.
You know what
just
though? The thing about
just
Dee Dee is though, I think, and this is another unpopular opinion here. I honestly, I don't have a big problem with Dee Dee. Let me tell you why. I don't think she's a smart person. I think she's absolutely stupid to actually jump, into this mess. But one thing also that I think that is a little bit unfair is, okay, if a guy were to have a threesome, right? And he comes online and he starts talking about the color of that woman's nether regions and how
instant
it smells,
cancellation.
blah, blah, blah.
Instant cancellation.
Canceled. What? But you know what? I saw communities run with it. They laughed at it. We're having live streams talking about. Listen, I get, some of this stuff is funny, but
It's not okay.
At the end of
Like,
the day, these are real lives. You know what I'm saying? And
yeah,
that's
no,
sorry
like
about
when
that.
this.
she was,
I don't
I'm
like the whole people running with the stuff that she said about, Dee Dee, and then like it's okay for Chantal to go in on her mom and then make vivid description of the sex with Dee Dee and this, that, and the third.
no,
I,
I
I
don't
don't
agree with
think
that
that's
either.
okay. Like, and I think people confuse and conflate like the fact that, oh well, we don't like Dee Dee, blah blah blah, but multiple things can be true at the same time, right? Dee Dee
Mm-hmm.
can be an unlikable and unsympathetic character to a certain degree. It doesn't make it okay for someone to have sexual relations with her and then go on the World Wide Web and describe it in detail. I'm
Right.
not
No,
understanding
no, Tasha,
why and
I'm
how
completely
that's
with you. When she
okay.
was sitting there
Like,
talking about
I just think that's a
when
line.
she was sitting there talking about Dee Dee's vagina, and all that, like it made me very uncomfortable. Like I was very, very uncomfortable listening to her talk about Dee Dee's vagina, talk about how it's gray, how she's old, all that. I'm like, man, this is gross. Like it was just gross. Like it was fucked up. It's
Sorry,
like
guys. I
at the
think I
end of the day,
dropped.
like,
Well,
I
huh?
can't hear anyone, so I'll
what
leave and
makes
come
me
back in.
more uncomfortable is even after all that, the tirade against her mother. If you want to talk about my vagina, I don't care. Still ate it. I don't care about that. But what you did do that upset me was you encouraged your audience to harass my mother and where she lays her head down. I'm uncomfortable with Dee Dee letting her back in her house. So I don't have any
That
sympathy
too.
for Dee Dee. Chantal should not have done that. Chantal should be canceled. Chantal should be in jail. And no one should, no one should do the things that Chantal does. But I'm looking at Dee Dee sideways because if you opened your mouth and said anything about my mother and her residence and where she sleeps and letting the crazy folks that watch you inciting those crazy folks to do anything,
Mm-hmm.
you're never coming into my house. And I hope that's the reason why they have to go to shady ass hotels, that she's not letting Chantal back over there. But she should have never let her back there in the first place.
See, and I think that's the biggest thing. Like, if I had to say, hey, like, if I was to side IDD for anything, that would be the main thing I would side IDD over. Is because Chantal said the shit she said when it came to her mom, and she basically told people, "Oh yeah, go harass her mama and shit." And it's like, girl, and you still letting this shit go on?
Yeah, I mean,
That's
it's
the
not.
only thing I would say I would side. I think that was probably the first time I would say I really, really side ID'd. That was probably the first time. Other than that, she's what I don't have no problem. I'm not mad at her. I'm like,
She's
what?
cool. Dee Dee. The reason why Dee Dee is comfortable letting Chantal over there is because they're all in on it.
and
It's
here
all
Yeah.
It's all acceptable.
and that's there we go. And this is what brings us. This is why we're all still watching, because of the theories, because of the speculation, because of it's
Good
like a
afternoon,
damn Scooby
everyone.
Doo mystery.
Exactly.
Not the Scooby Doo
Rip that mask
Hello,
mystery.
off. Let me
Saranthia.
finish the
Yeah,
episode.
we want to see who the villain in this is. So it's like a Scooby Doo mystery, and it's got us all. We're all wrapped up into this. We all have different theories, and we can all agree. We can all agree on every last aspect of it, because I think every last one of y'all are right. I think every last one of y'all have an
But Tasha brings
absolute
up.
valid point.
Oh, sorry to interrupt you, Hannibal.
Oh no, go ahead, baby. Go
But
ahead.
why is Chantal still allowed? Because if she were a man, and Tasha said it, if she were a man, there's so many instances where she would have been yeeted off the platform, and she
So
just
true.
keeps getting away with it. I'm
So
like, come
true.
on.
I think that they're building up a more solid case so that in this time when she turns around and says that it's just a bunch of people hate watching or hate reporting, that they will absolutely have more evidence. So when they shut it down, it won't come back. Other than that, the only thing YouTube will probably do is completely demonetize her, and we'll still be able to view this madness.
I
I
don't
hope
think
so.
YouTube is going to do
Complete
anything about it.
and utter demonetization would satisfy me, to be honest. I would be so happy if that happened, because then she can no longer incentivize all of her mental illnesses, her drug use, all of her lies, all of her disgusting behaviors. She could no longer get paid for doing that. Like I mean, it was really the worst thing that could have happened to her. When you have no motivation to change, you're not going to. That's me. That's you. That's anybody. That's anybody. If you have no motivation to change your behavior, you're not going to. And
I
her,
I'm
oh,
sorry.
sorry.
But I think that she's not going to have any motivation to change because YouTube gave her back her channel. There's no consequences to anything that
Mm-hmm.
she's doing. She's on live now. I think before I came on, I looked to see if she was on live now, and in her hug box, they're saying whatever they have to say, but she's on that pity. Oh, I'll never do it again, and so it's just the same cycle over and over again. I honestly think that she's not going to lose her channel. I don't think she's going to have any consequences, and this is going to continue on for years to come, just the same as it when Onision was doing horrible things for years, and it took someone
Mm-hmm.
famous,
Mm-hmm.
someone that was in the spotlight to put a shine on him, and then that's when they did something about it. That's when YouTube did something about it. Other than that, I don't she's a small fish in a pond, and I don't think anything's going to happen. She's going to continue doing this.
Right, because I mean, like you said, there is no incentive to change. Like you said, and like I mean, think about it. She sits here, she gets paid to basically act like a shitty person. She gets paid to be disgusting. She gets paid to be the vile trash that she is. So it's like, why should she have to change? Like honestly, like I don't look to Chantal to one day change her life and be better. No, I just come for the mess and the train wreck that is her, and that's all I expect out of her. I don't expect nothing great out of her. I don't expect nothing good nor bad, and I just expect her to be the shitty person that she is. Period. I mean, that may sound harsh, but it's the truth.
Well, at this point, honestly, there's no reason to expect her to change because she has zero self awareness. Change only comes when you are aware of the things that you are doing that either affect other people or affect you. And
Mm-hmm.
until you have that self awareness, there's no reason to change. And we're going to feed into it because I love a two monkey, three monkey show.
It's a circus.
It is.
It
Give
is
me the
entertaining. It's
rings.
just you back in the days of Rome when they would drag in people to fight lions and bears, and it was just it was pure horror, but it was entertaining because you're like, oh shit, this person is in a horrendous situation. Glad I'm not them. Let me throw something in there to get things riled up. It's a train wreck, but it's like, you know what? If that person in the ring, if you find out that that person um if you found out that person was a criminal and he did some pretty horrible things, I'm not going to say the word on Monty's channel, but if you find out that dude is just a horrible person, oh, he's got to fight a lion, bring it on. I don't care about this dude. I mean, that's just what it is now. That she has no redeeming qualities as an individual. I can't anymore. I can't. I looked at her, I watched her, I said, this B ain't even that drunk saying all this stuff. Like I have been wasted. And I've been around people that I did not like, but somehow that didn't slip out of my mouth. The stuff that she said last night was her. The stuff that she said in Cuba was her. You know what I mean? So
So let
I'm
me
just
ask
watching
you
the circus
this,
now.
Andrea, if she would have owned it, if she would have just said, "Yeah, that's how I feel sometimes. I'm possibly a bigot," and just like if she would have owned it, would it have made it any better? I mean, what's going to make it better?
Nothing, it wouldn't have made it better. I mean, I would have been shocked at her moment of self-awareness and truth. I think the only thing she said last night that had any self-awareness was when she looked at Pete and was like, I'm an asshole. And Pete's was like, mm-hmm. That's the
I
only
mean,
moment of
I'll
truth
say
that
like
she
this
had.
myself. Look, I mean, I won't respect you, but I mean, hell, if you a bigot, then you know what? Just own it. If just own it.
She
If
could,
you're a
she,
bigot, just like that's one thing I wish some bigots would do. Just if you know you're a bigot, own that you're a bigot. Kid, okay, just own it. Ned. Like
but
I don't know why you want to sit here and try to front. Just say, yeah, I'm a bigot, and this what it
they
is,
would
and it
never
is.
use
I'm
that
not gonna
word.
respect you,
They would
but
never use
own it.
that word. They would redefine the word as somebody. I'm not a bigot. I'm patriotic or whatever.
Patriotic.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Hello, how are you?
I'm
Hello.
fine. How are you?
I can't.
Good.
Wait a minute. I
No
can't
girl.
tell my screen. Who's is that? Curl Connections.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
me.
Hi.
Hey. Well, I just wanted to say, like, that that whole meltdown that she had last night of being drunk, it angered me because there's a lot of people that are recovering addicts, and that was very, very triggering to some people, you know? And she doesn't care what she do on screen. She just do it. And it doesn't matter how she make people feel, just deal with it. That's the type of attitude she
Very
has.
true. Very true.
And
Yeah, I
and
think she's used to
it's
it.
sucks. It's disgusting.
I think she's so used to it. And it's like when something happens where you have someone who's every day it's something different, you start to forget. And Chantel's the same way, right? How many times have we seen her behave abhorrently on streams? How many times? Half the time, some people will bring up something, and you'll be like, oh man, I forgot that happened. Because she's so used to it and she's made her audience so used to it, Drea. And I think that's what it is. It's like everybody expects it. So, I mean, you hate that she does it, but it's like, oh, that's just Chantel acting the damn fool again. Does that make sense?
But
Absolutely.
she's mind freaking us like Chris Angel, huh? She's just doing one trick after another just to keep us busy from the last trick that she just did to keep us from figuring it out.
That is a perfect example. Perfect example.
And I wonder, somebody says she's cleaning the toilet right now. She's actually cleaning something. Okay. But I wonder what the next, shenanigan will be. What is, she says she's never drinking again. And she said that after the kid
Lie.
already.
She was just drinking. She said, "Oh, I know. I said I
Lie.
wouldn't drink, but I just had a drink, but I'm not going to drink anymore." She was just drinking on her live today.
Wow.
No.
I mean, but
Shut
with
up.
Not
every
today.
story,
Today?
You gotta
Today.
be kidding
wait,
Yeah,
me.
you
when
say she was
before I
drinking
came on.
again?
Well, I think she's
Please
going to
believe this.
Montreal so she can get her daily dose of natter booty. I mean, she's going to be on the road soon, I'm pretty sure.
There are people in her chat. Oh, she's cleaning. She's doing that. Well, you know what? We don't applaud fish for swimming over here. You're supposed to clean your
Exactly.
toilet.
You're supposed to clean
Like,
your toilet.
like, I don't get how a grown woman can sit down and watch this and that. Oh, girl, yeah. What? Like, no one comes to my house and applauds me for scooping my cat's litter.
I
Like, I
don't
don't
know.
understand how
I
this
don't know.
works.
If I had a chance to see a hoarder actually clean their own hoard, then I might watch that. I can't lie.
It would make for great television, but guess what she does? She'll wash some dishes, right? And then guess what she'll do? Take an edible.
Have a
And
sit
then that's
down
all
and
she do.
don't go back to it no more.
Yes, Drea, exactly. Exactly. So I think you're right. You know what I said? I think she should do like just a mega clean, right? And what I would do is I would make separate videos for each room as as recorded content, speed it up, add music, edit it properly. People would watch that. Number one, everybody loves a redemption story as much as we abhor Chantel. We would love to see her get her place clean and go room by room. People would love that. And there are people out there who are hoarders, who are sometimes in her comments saying, Chantal, you don't have to do it all at one time. Just do this room this day, maybe film it, clear out the trash over here. Just make a list and just slowly but surely do it. So not only can you make money and not make a complete ass of yourself, you can get your house clean. You'll be mentally much better for it because everybody
Absolutely.
knows when you wake up in a clean environment, that is the best feeling ever. Hell, when I
Yes,
just
it
wash my
is.
sheets, I wake up and I feel like I'm somebody's queen. I love it. It feels great.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
You know?
it's an instant boost, especially
It's
if
like
you
a
suffer
high.
with depression. Yeah, when your space is clean, you feel better. It's just a reality. But I don't think she could ever exert that amount of effort. I don't. It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. I think the only reason that Chantal is just coasting by right now is because she hasn't had a major health event to snap her back to reality, or she got some bad news at some point and she just doesn't care. I don't get how she could be
I,
so focused on on this dude that does not want her.
I think she's using him as deflection for all of her health issues. I think she's hyper focusing in on him. Um, because as she stated and as she's done, she's put him out there from the get go.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to keep telling people because I hear this all the time. Her boyfriend, he was a Tinder date. It's a complete Tinder date. I don't know anybody, and excuse me if I'm shallow in a bubble or whatnot. I don't know anybody that's met the love of their life for eternity on Tinder.
No, I
I
haven't
don't know
either.
anybody that has. I don't see plenty of fish advertising meet the love of your life, make many kids. I don't see that happening. So we know what Tinder is. We know what kind of lifestyle Natty is in.
Yeah.
So she's hyper focusing in on him. And also, I think just from last night's phone calls, these what do you call it, dry calls, drunk dry calls, where you trying to force somebody to say I love you, or tell them go live and do this or do that.
Drunk
Mm-hmm.
dials.
Stop trying to blackmail me into loving you. Stop trying to
Right.
buy my love. If I don't love you, that's what it is.
It
And I'm
was
not going to sit
so
here and say it was so cringy.
It was
It was
cringy.
so, and yes, if that was a man, I could imagine right now a man doing that stream having 6 cops show up at his house to drag him off of
exactly
that stream by his damn it neck.
exactly.
Exactly.
People
You
come
know
through the
what's
windows, helicopters, just
you know what I
too
think
much.
we're all missing too? So not only is, you know how your life is a pie chart, right? You have like work, your friends, your hobbies, possibly school, maybe a significant other, pets, you know?
Mm-hmm.
We all have pieces of our lives that, you know, that need to be tended to. I think one thing that we forget about is that not only does she not take care of her health, blow off appointments that, you know, other people could use, but I'm not going to get on my soapbox about that because that makes me very, very angry. But we forget that Chantal doesn't take care of the most minuscule yet important things, right? Think about it. How do you have Quebec plates on your car 2 years after the fact when you live in Ontario? So I know in the States, you have 30 days and
Right.
you better not get
And
stopped
you
or it's
better
going to be a
not get
problem,
stopped.
right? So not only
Hmm.
that, but that kind of bleeds into her taxes though, right? You can't very well do your taxes appropriately if on
She
paper
doesn't do her
you're in
taxes.
Ontario,
So
right?
can you
She doesn't
explain
do her.
can you explain to me what a health block is? I mean, I know when I miss a doctor's appointment, they charge me $50 on the spot just for missing that slot. So
Whew.
is that the same thing?
They will also mark you. So I'm an analyst. I don't know if you guys know Epic. Like, do you guys have my chart?
Yeah.
Okay, so for a living, like I build that. I do that build, right? So what a lot of people don't know is that like on the back end, like we can build stuff into where like your chart can get flagged if you're like if you miss appointments, like literally the person who schedules appointments, there's like a pie chart on your appointment desk that shows your rate of
Wow.
appointments. Like people don't know this stuff, but it's true.
Because it's such a
So
drain on
she looks
resources.
really bad on even the scheduling side and then on the provider side as well. Another thing that we can create FYI flags for is if say you're not compliant, you'll have like all sorts of things you can create flags for, not, you know, on, you know, patient access and the provider side as well. So, you know, Chantal doesn't take care of any of that stuff, and she thinks that she thinks that that's invisible to other people. She thinks that she just doesn't take care of it and that's it. No, hun. A lot of that stuff is very visible. And between her not taking care of her health, um, and also I think we can't sleep on that tax situation because
Well,
I would not be able to sleep at night.
I would not be able to sleep. I'll be looking at my
Right.
account. Please don't freeze my account. Let me look at my money again. You know,
Right.
so but here's the thing: consequences are ethereal to her because her mom never let. Well, I'm gonna say she was a very shielded person, and she didn't have to experience any consequences, which is how you get to be almost 40 years old and don't pay your taxes. You don't change your plates. You don't take care of your health. The fact that she sat back and looked at her body and said, I think this looks good. I'm like, how? Your abdomen is so distended. You don't know what's wrong with you. To me, that would freak me out. Looking at myself and looking
Mhm.
at my abdomen and seeing it so distended, I would be like, oh God, I hope I don't have a tumor in there. And I'll be going to a doctor because I lived in Canada and we have a universal healthcare system. I used to live in a country with universal healthcare system for a long time. So it boggles me that she would not take advantage of that and try to take care of herself because the consequences are coming because even if we don't take our health seriously, our body takes our health seriously every day. The
Mm-hmm.
closer you get to 40 and 50 years old, your body starts to take you very seriously. But she hasn't experienced any of those consequences yet, or she's avoiding them because that's how she copes with everything.
Like even like the time period where like she could not like get up and walk. Like me personally, just even being able to do that, that would that would freak me
It
out.
freaked
Like
me
the
out.
idea of not being able just to get up and walk, like that would freak me out. Like to think that like I mean it's one thing if like say like you're in a situation where just something happens and you know and that like if you end up in like a car accident or something, again that was out of your control, but
Mhm.
it's not like this is out of her control. Oh, like I'm just
Exactly.
like, girl, like I cannot imagine. Like my biggest fear is is losing my mobility. No, no. Like that's why I'm always up, walking, doing stuff, trying to at least be somewhat but active because I don't want to lose that. Like that's my biggest thing. I'm just like, no, no,
She needs to get her
But that's just
digestive
me.
tract checked on. Whatever gastro system, she needs to get her digestive tract checked on ASAP.
Yeah.
She never
It's,
gives it a rest. Like
I
Jesus,
mean,
it's always working. It's constant. Think about it.
look,
Every organ in her digestive system is constantly at work, and that's why she can eat a fry and have to go poo. That's
Is,
insane.
isn't that something?
what kills me though is she eats them nashies, and I'm sorry, maybe it's just me, but they look nasty as hell. Those
Yes.
nashies look so gross,
I
so
couldn't do it.
unappetizing, so just yuck.
I could not do it.
It just makes me just not. They don't look good at all. And she'll eat like two of them at a time. She'll go to Uber Eats and be like, "Ooh, I'm gonna order me three nashies," and I'm just like, "Girl,
Now
like how can you eat all that?"
I'm from Tennessee. I'll go ahead and say I'm a Nashvilleian, and uh the actual Nashville hot chicken sandwich is pretty. I mean, you have to like spicy food. It's pretty
You
delicious.
really
But it
do.
doesn't look anything like that,
But
Andre. It
Yeah,
doesn't
but
look
whatever
anything
they're
like
it's
that.
selling at
Burger King.
It's not at
whatever
Burger King
Yeah.
though. It's
whatever
not.
Baby, it's a
whatever they're selling
Right.
at Burger
That's
King,
what I just said. It ain't at Burger King.
that's not it. That is
It's
not
not
it.
it.
So people, please, if you get the chance, you go to a purveyor, a real
That's
restaurant, somebody that actually cooks their food and prepares food, not a fast food restaurant.
No, these are real places like 400 degrees,
Y-
mhm.
yes,
off the bone.
off the bone meat.
Right,
Go
right.
somewhere where they serve real food. If you like spicy food, if you eat meat, try a Nashville hot chicken sandwich. It's not bad,
Those
but
little
Whatever
nashies that
Burger
she
King
eats,
has,
though,
Burger
it's
King
not
is not it.
it's
It's
not it.
not
that
it.
even the color of the sauce looks like it's a byproduct of Chernobyl. Like it just
It's
looks like
radioactive red.
it just doesn't make sense. And to
no, like
piggyback
I
off
mean,
the nashies, that's the whole concept of it just being a thing. Guys, I have to go get my nashi. Oh my God, let's see if the nashi's back. That's sick.
And I know you're going back and forth to Montreal. you couldn't find a Nashville hot chicken sandwich somewhere in Montreal that's from actual chicken. Like, I don't get it. I don't know. I don't know. But
Well, I mean,
To
I
me,
figured that the Nashville chicken sandwich don't look like an actual Nashville,
you,
because the whole premise of it is having the Nashville hot sauce, right? The actual, like, it's Nashville hot sauce on the chicken, like on the chicken and all that. Like, I'm pretty sure, or like that's the whole premise and behind it. But I'm just like, it just looks nasty. It's orange, y'all. It's literally orange.
look though, you know what? To me,
Where does chicken look orange?
that
Because
it
where does
does.
chicken is not supposed to be orange, y'all. Oh, that's
You know what?
nasty, y'all.
I put the Nashville chicken sandwich in the same category as the McRib.
And the McRib, and ain't the
No,
McRib
I'm so
orange
serious.
too?
No,
Wow.
that's
I don't know. The
perfect. That's
that
perfect.
is
McRib is
perfect.
That is
the
perfect. And when
McRib
you think
is
about
the
a Nashville
dustiest
chicken
of dust.
sandwich from Burger King, that is perfect.
Yep.
Mhm.
That is
And
accurate.
and the McRib, if you look at it, it's orange too. It's orange meat, and I'm like,
Man,
y'all, it's
I ain't
orange.
never seen a gelatinous meat in my life looking
It's
like that.
Look, chicken is not supposed to be as orange as Donald Trump's skin. I'm sorry, it's not
No,
supposed
no.
to
I
be
read the box on
orange.
what those McRibs come in. I don't eat those. Don't
It's
eat
not
those.
even
Uh,
it's not even real.
Don't eat those.
No.
It's
I
not.
got
A matter of fact, just go to Nashville, go downtown, and just walk around. You will find something that you like. But please, 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 it
Don't eat it from Burger King.
do not think that Burger King is selling anything near the food and the culinary wonderful life that is in Nashville, Tennessee. Burger King is not it.
Burger
It's
King,
not even close.
KFC, they don't have it. They do not have it.
Kentucky Fried Chicken doesn't even call itself Kentucky anymore because they have to call it Kitchen Fried Chicken because it is so far removed from what actual.
Call it kitchen. They don't call it Kentucky anymore.
It is not.
uh-uh.
Good. I'm glad.
No, they don't. That's why they call it KFC. They had to take the Kentucky and the chicken out of it, I believe. 'Cause I don't think it's real
Absolutely.
chicken parts.
So there you go.
They don't even have potato wedges anymore where I'm at. I don't know if they do, like, but where I'm at, they only have fries. I'm like, this is not even KFC. I can't do this. This is
Yeah,
disgusting.
they got
It's
potato
not.
wedges
It's not
here.
it. So that was my gourmet moment.
Oh, no. Girl, look, I did not know that they took out the Kentucky part.
They did.
Right, I did not know that.
They did.
I'm
And
glad they did because it's not Kentucky Fried Chicken, honey.
if you go to Kentucky, you will find some wonderful food. Southern fare. Now, if you go to Nashville, if you go to Memphis, you'll find some wonderful barbecue. If you go to Nashville, you'll find some wonderful food. It's a big international population there. But yeah.
And if you go to Chattanooga, then you can find a good aquarium. But
yes, you can. I don't know about the food in Chattanooga, but they do have a nice aquarium.
they have a nice aquarium. Done.
Look,
that is there. So
look, I was about to say, I was like, look, you'll find you some good food in the South, but baby,
Yes, of course. You come here to Texas, you're gonna find you a variety of good food.
So
I
just
think I'm in New York City, so I can, like, we do it all here. So that's a beautiful thing. I love it.
Oh, New York.
Yes.
What
So
part of
it's
New York?
New York City.
No, I'm in Staten Island.
Oh,
The
I'm not
boat
gonna
that
make
they
jokes.
never talk about.
I'm not gonna make jokes. It's a peaceful Saturday. We're not gonna choose violence on the panel. We're not gonna choose violence today. But
oh dear.
No, somebody just commented, and I'm sorry I didn't see your name in the chat. I apologize, but they mentioned that they're both live, and that brings us full circle. They're just back to the nonsense again. Back to the nonsense again.
I mean, they're both.
But of course, Crackhead
It's just
Olympics.
another day in and the Crackhead Chronicles, and it's just not
they're both
change.
live.
Yeah, same story, different day, right?
I'm tired of the crack. Love. I mean, I'm not tired of the crack. I mean, stop. I'm here for the best.
I want something different to
happen. Somebody said Notter's with a female that's not. I shouldn't say female. Notter is with a woman that is not Dee Dee. Does Chantal know that? Because I'd be interested in seeing her just completely crumble.
She falls apart.
she's gonna try to tag team with Didi and be like, Didi, I was just mad because blah blah blah. I don't think Didi's that invested. I think Didi is just a bored, lonely.
I'm
Like,
telling
she's
you,
not old. 47 young.
Didi set it up. Didi is the
I
meat.
don't think she's
I
invested
believe
in
it.
at her.
Didi's a
She the
pimp.
pimp.
I believe
Yes,
it.
She the
Hannibal,
pimp.
I agree. She's not invested like Chantal is.
That is
But
one of Didi's
honey,
friends.
if had the nerve to bring some other chick on camera, I'm here for
No,
it.
but
I want to see Chantal act up.
But you can tell that Didi's not as invested as Chantal Lenny. Like Didi knows what's up. You know what I'm saying? Like Didi knows, like, okay, I'm just here for some good fun time. Look, she's like, I'm here for a good time, not a long time.
Not for a long time.
Right.
Exactly.
Didi understands that. Chantal, for whatever reason, has not understood that for whatever reason.
Why does she think a person sleeping with her means that they're in love with you? Why does she think that?
Because she's one of those weird.
Because she hasn't had. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, she equates sex to love, and I'm like, man, you kind of learn that, especially like in your 20s. That's
I think Tasha called it. I think Tasha called it correctly, where she is addicted to attention. She still exhibits this kindergarten-ish behavior where it doesn't matter what she's doing, whether it's good or bad. If she draws a good painting, she gets a rub and pat on the back, pat on the head, a star, gold star. If she does something bad, she gets the teacher's attention and she has to go to the corner. All she wants is the attention, and it doesn't matter if it's positive or negative. This is very childish behavior.
Absolutely.
Wow. Wait, so which one is the lady he with? Was that the one in the pink dress? Who's the lady he with?
Yeah, if somebody wants to answer, is it the person in the pink? Because I'm kind of confused right now. Like, you missed 15 minutes. You're like way behind, but he's live right now. I don't know who's he's with, but yeah, he's at some sort of fair with somebody.
Showing people's kids. Stop.
Yeah, he's switching up his content, doing these walks. I guess the cooking is getting a little bit too harsh for him. He's in his feelings. Since
after you and Gary done ringed him,
I think Gary done scared him from cooking.
Yeah, his cooking thing ain't really working for him, so now he's
he probably wakes up every night talking about the foil.
Yeah, so who is this lady?
No, Nader set us up though.
Mm-hmm.
Set us up because remember that first dish, look, that fish and all those green that looked really good. He set us up. We were like, okay, and it all went down from there. The soupy stroganoff, I can't even.
Stroganoff is not soupy. Come on now.
That's disgusting.
No,
I was so disgusted.
Wasn't that lasagna soupy?
The lasagna looked crunchy.
It didn't matter. It's all bad. All bad.
I mean, what kills me is the way they talk. Like, we don't know how food is supposed to be. I don't care. I'm not a chef, but I know how food is supposed to be. It's not supposed to be burnt.
No,
don't worry. He's not a chef either.
Y'all, it'll just be burnt.
How you burn a banana cake? Raw chicken. Like, come on.
Okay, so
you're cooking. That's all it is.
Chantal just got off live and she's gonna post.
What'd you say, Monty?
Chantal just got off live and she's gonna post all of Natter's messages. Of course, more views, more content, more
and the cycle begins again.
I have a question.
He's a gigolo.
Who cares? He is.
And who's paying for this? Who's paying for this activities today? The person that he with?
This is parking lot. This is what we call. This is what we call parking lot pimping. He's doing nothing. He's just walking. This is a free, he's just out there. This is free. You got to pay to get on the rides. Of course, he's not getting on the rides. He's just filming them. This is parking lot pimping. Out there acting like you at the club, but you never really went in.
I have a question. Do you guys think that this effort from Natter, do you guys think this is him trying to what's the word? Redefine, revamp. Thank you. He's trying to revamp his image, or clearly Chantal didn't know about this little excursion. Clearly she did it. So this is absolutely part of the plot, right? This is not a part of the plan. he's trying to do something different besides cooking. So, and now Chantal evidently is going to say, he said he loved me, you know. So what do you guys think? You know, this is what I think he's trying to rebrand and revamp. So what do you guys think about?
I think you're spot on. Chantal's foolishness can only last so long, and it's
Oh,
it's getting to be too much. It's getting to be too much, and I think he's starting to kind of trying to find a niche so he can kind of edge away from it a little, because it's a lot.
Yeah, I believe he's trying to revamp his image. I totally agree with that.
Well, clearly he's with somebody, because somebody held the camera for him just a second ago.
right. That's what I was about to say. If you go
Wow.
back, you can see who he was with. She had on a pink shirt and sunglasses. She held the camera for a
Quit
brief
showing
second. And then
people's
took off.
babies. Stop it. I'm sorry.
No worries.
I wonder, did
I
she get
also think.
offline
Sorry,
to? I'm sorry.
ahead.
Did she get offline to now? Is she going to start calling him? Is she going to start blowing him up
Of
as in
course.
Yeah.
stalker
Just gonna
fashion?
start calling.
Yes, in
Oh
true
my
stalker
God.
fashion.
It'll
True
be
stalker.
another arc of highness tonight.
Hannibal, that was a perfect setup for the next question I had myself. And that question is like, do we not think that, I'm not wishing for this to happen, because but I'm just saying, based off of her behavior, past and present, Chantal seems like the type that would run Didi or somebody over in a rage or
Yes.
something. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying?
Oh
Yes.
Like,
yes,
I'm
I
not,
do think
I'm
that this
not
has a
being
snapped
funny.
arc.
I'm not
No,
right.
no,
I'm
this
not
is a
being
snapped arc.
funny.
Mm-hmm.
Like this is some real snap. This is very Oxygen Channel like, if you ask me. And I honestly am starting to think that even maybe Didi had been like, yo, you're like, she's getting a little crazy. Like, even Didi's like, you can't come to my house anymore. You know, it used to be fun games. You come through here, we do whatever, blah blah blah. Now you're getting a little wild right now.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that maybe slowly but surely they're starting to realize, every other day she's apologizing, taking it back, going on these rages online.
Girl.
Chantal, it strikes me as the type, and I'm not wishing this to happen again, that I'm serious. In a rage, she would just put her foot on the gas, or if she pulled up and somebody came out of Notter's house that she
She would
didn't
do it.
know, or something like
But
that.
didn't
Some
she
chick.
sit outside his house
She's
for
crazy.
hours? Didn't she sit outside his house for hours playing music and being a nuisance?
Yeah, she did.
Yes,
Yeah,
she
Play
that's
did.
why
music
she
at
ran
like, what was
around.
it, 1, 2, or 3 in the morning?
If
I
she
remember
were
Yes,
that
it
a
was.
clearly.
dude, if she were a man sitting outside
Again.
somebody's house, she would have been locked up. But he didn't. See, the thing about him is he's the type not to call the police either, but he should have. He wasn't trying to mess his bag up, so because he doesn't feel like he's in danger. But if she were just a little bit healthier, she would have been done Jodi Arias to him. If she were just a little bit healthier.
That was deep. I would agree with that. I would agree with that 100%. I don't think she has the cardio to be able to actually, like, she might try and then she's like, oh, 3 steps, I'm done.
Not 3 steps, I'm done.
But it's true. A man sitting outside a woman's house, you're ignoring me. You're not going to ignore me. I'm going to sit outside and see who comes into your house playing music at 1 and 2 a.m. Somebody peeks out the window. Oh, it's just some chick. She's probably just waiting on somebody. But if there were a man sitting outside, see, I'm so
It's a
glad Johnny
double
Depp won his
standard.
trial. I'm so glad Johnny Depp won his trial.
And
I'm so glad.
This is what has me amazed at her crying SA. Why aren't more people upset about this? Because I mean, clearly she's not going to follow through with that. And if you're not going to follow through with that, then why make a huge deal out of it? Because it's like you're making a mockery out of that situation. The thousands and millions of people that have gone through this situation, I can't imagine that if anybody escaped this kind of situation and abuse that she has claimed, that they're going to go back willingly and claim and profess is this Stockholm syndrome that I'm looking for? After 2 weeks of Tinder dating, we got Stockholm syndrome all of a sudden? Because this is insane.
It is. It really is.
I also think we need to stop using the terms, sometimes we find ourselves using the terms that Chantal uses. Like she's like, I'm going to call him Dom because he's a Dom. No, that whole BDSM, that is a level of respect, and you have to create a safe space for that. You throwing around terms like that, like that's just, I hate that. And and then the way she's like, she's always like, my ex or my boyfriend. Every time she says it, people need to, nope.
Boyfriend
Stop.
where?
Who?
Your boyfriend, what girl?
I'm
I
just gonna
never
call
called.
him
I
Nads because I
never
think
called
of
him her
these
boyfriend.
nuts.
That is not her boyfriend.
Nuts. But no, it's the truth. But she says it so much though, and this goes back to I was saying about her being so delusional. You know how if somebody says it enough, they start to believe it. And you got to remember, she is. I always say, being in Chantal's mind, that must be like a literal clown show, like the worst, most ass backwards circus you could possibly imagine. And when she constantly tells herself these things, she believes it. And then she creates a hug box. And, and some of those people, not all of them, like I said, all VIBs are not like that. But some of them say, oh, yeah, Chantel, he did you dirty girl. Papa. No, he acted like a scammer. You can't get mad at a frog for saying ribbit and jumping. It's a frog. That's what they do.
Exactly. And I'm on board with everything that you just said. And Hannibal said it earlier. He Nader never presented himself as her boyfriend. He was just just because you laid in bed and you shared some laughs. I mean, y'all are definitely two humans in a bed. But for someone to say that you're my anything, they have to pronounce that to you. It has to be a discussion, and it has to be an agreement. You can't just say he's my boyfriend because we've done X, Y, and Z. If Monty calls me and says, hey, Andrea, would you like to come to Canada and eat my ass? And I say, sure. That's all that is. That's all the conversation.
Ooh, girl.
That's all that's it. If I say yes, that's all I've agreed to. We have not declared anything for each other.
I have not declared my entire declaring love for you. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
I understand that. So
he might
and
call
being
somebody else
grown,
next week.
yes.
He might call somebody else next week and say, would you like to come to Canada and eat my ass? I can't be mad. I cannot be mad at him.
Monty is a serious.
This is just as an example, ladies and gentlemen. This is not happening in real life. Oh my goodness.
It's a great example.
No, but she's
Andrea,
not wrong.
Andrea, check your DMs. Check your DMs, Andrea.
Oh, Monty, stop playing. You play too much. Stop that.
No. Everybody calm down. Everybody calm down.
Andrea is a serial ass eater.
Gotta get rid of these hoes from me.
I did this to myself. I can't even. I did it to myself. I just wanted to use myself because I didn't want to.
Example. I
didn't want to use anybody else as an example.
Thanks for saving us, Andrea. We appreciate it.
Jeez, I didn't want to do that to anybody else. Gary, stop.
About the whole Tinder dating thing. We forgot that. Remember, she listed herself as DTF.
Yes, she did.
She listed herself as DTF, right?
Yes,
so why
she
are
did.
you acting like this is a whole you're searching for a relationship thing? You listed yourself as DTF, son. So that's exactly what that was.
Exactly.
So right, and the thing is no one else is responsible. You know how Chantel is like, I'm not responsible for people's mental health. Okay, girl, we're not responsible for you making this out to be more than it was.
And exactly. And why are you mad? Why are you mad?
Right. It's absolutely
I do not.
insane.
Okay, can I make a disclaimer? I don't eat ass. I can't do it.
Jesus Christ.
But if somebody if someone wanted to do that to me, I probably would have.
Man.
Well, this took a turn.
I'm so sorry to interrupt because I don't want anything to be misconstrued. It was just an example.
No, we know you. We know
I know you, girl. Look, I don't eat ass either. Now, if you want to eat my ass,
okay,
that's a whole other story.
That's a whole other thing. That's a whole other issue. Okay.
I don't eat it.
Okay, I interrupted someone. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you. Everything that you just said was accurate because she said she was DTF and now she is so upset with him. But I don't think he ever advertised himself as just what Hannibal said. He never advertised himself as somebody that was going to be monogamous. And a lot of people are into an alternative lifestyle now. A lot of people are open and they believe in free love and you can just do whatever you want to without labels. And I don't think he ever advertised himself as that. And I think you're 100% right. But what I can't understand is her rage at her audience
because this man will not claim her. If he says he doesn't have a girlfriend, he does not have a girlfriend. Stop.
The audience rage comes from the fact that people are telling you the truth.
Yep.
That's it. When people are telling you the truth and you are in such a heavy state of denial, delusion, um, when they break your delusion and your fantasy, then you instantly rage out at them as to stop, leave my dream alone.
Well,
Right,
You're
because it doesn't feed
bullying
into the delusion
me.
anymore. It breaks it.
yeah.
You're
For people.
bullying
Right.
me.
Yes, exactly.
I don't want to hear
And
bullying. I don't
if
want to hear shaming or any of that ever again. I swear to God.
I'm
You're ugly
completely
shaming
over,
me.
but
You're
once you
skinny
hit,
I'm
shaming
over
me.
it
You're
too.
clean shaming me. I
you're not
can't
going
do
to
it.
tell me that you're 30
I'm
plus
good.
years old still getting bullied by people. Once you,
Exactly.
I will not accept that. Once you leave high school, you're no longer bullied. The world is a different place after high school. There's
And
no such thing as a bully after
CM
high
Cakes
school.
just brought up a very good point. He offered her narcotics on the first night. And wasn't there somebody else that was there that thought she was a hooker and threw money at her?
That was the second time.
That was the second night. That was
Oh,
the night that the girl called, remember?
okay. So yeah, I mean, so
Mhm.
why did she ever think this was anything but a transaction?
Because in her mind, she thought that basically she was going to be the exception to the rule. She like
What about the
I
chick at the kitchen table?
She
Remember
obviously
that?
has
but
funhouse
And then
she but
glasses
after
because
the
she
again
sees
next
this man as
day,
Prince Charming.
she
She
doesn't
really
care. She like her in her mind, she just thinks that she's going to be the exception to the rule. It doesn't matter how many signs can literally be put right there in front of you, like the woman at the table. Like I mean, hell, even technically May, even though we don't know what's all going on with that. I mean, hello, hi. You know, it's just anything that can just basically be like, hey, clearly you're not the only one. Hell, even Dee Dee being right there, she's sitting there trying to be all like, you guys, like he told me that him and Didi had never slept together. Like I thought he was right. I didn't think it was a girl. You
Girl,
really thought that Nana and Didi won't sleeping together. You
anybody with
really
common sense knew they were sleeping together.
I
and I
was
don't
like,
blame
I
them
you
for
really
mean,
want
lying.
me to sit here and believe?
I mean,
Blame them for lying. You want to know why? Again, I'm gonna bring up Chantel is crazy. I'm not gonna sit in her face and be like, yeah, I am. For her to come run me over, no, I'm be like, no, we're good. So I know she's crazy.
and I really, I really believe that that's what he was doing. He was pacifying her. He was pacifying her. Like if she's dumb enough to believe that I'm not sleeping with her, that's exactly what I'm going to tell her because I don't want to
I
deal
mean, but
with that level of crazy.
God,
Right.
the level
It's
of
insane.
delusion is just sad. It's like, ma'am, you really thought he was not sleeping with Dee Dee.
And then she had a threesome with them. Oh, Gary just said it. Gary just said it. How did they not sleep together? They had a threesome twice. So that was all the evidence that she should have needed, and she's still questioning that.
No, wait, that's the thing, right? It's bad, mind you. Someone said my impression of Diddy had them snorting. Sorry. Sorry. Someone sent me a DM. I'm sorry. No, but I'm just sitting here like, I don't understand. I don't get it. How? How can you sit here and literally say, hey, well, I really believed him when he said they weren't sleeping together? I'm like, man. Now
I'm
that's
just
just you.
saying.
That's you wanting to believe your own
But
ignorance.
I
If
think
that
she
makes
just
sense.
Correct.
plays dumb. She
That's
just
correct.
plays dumb to play dumb for sympathy. She ain't that stupid. You can't.
Sometimes I think she really is that stupid, but she wants to be. But I think she wants to be that level of stupid, just so that way it can play into her own delusion. If that makes
Yep.
any good sense. Like,
Yeah, I agree with that.
I
She
think she
sees
wants to.
clarity though. She
I think she
does.
wants to live in her own delusion that he love her and that he her baby. So she'll believe anything and everything if it follows along with her delusion. Because I'm like, man, this has got to be some delusion at this point. There's
How do
got to
we
be a
explain?
level of delusion.
Let me tell you.
But that's right.
Can I
But
tell you
The
something?
cold
sometimes you
phone
have.
call last night let me know how delusional she was. When you call somebody up and say, even in play, hey, do you love me? And they tell you take your fucking medication, then I mean,
Listen,
what more does that need to say?
let me
Period.
exactly, Hannibal. And here's my take on it, and the reason why I even brought up booty eating in the first place. Her level
Wait,
of
we
rage,
don't keep talking about this booty
her
eating.
level of rage. I brought it up as a point. I did. I had a point. I didn't mean to throw everybody off. Her level of rage towards him is because she keeps telling herself, if I do all of this nasty stuff, if I eat his booty the way he likes, if I give him all this money, if I let him sleep with Dee Dee and still come over and bring alcohol, if I do all of this stuff, the height of her hope in these actions, that he will eventually love me like the way I want to be loved. Her hope is so high that if she does these things, that it feeds into the delusions. It feeds into her delusions. If I just do this, if I just do that, if I just do this, if I just pay this money, if I just do that, if I bring him weed, if I bring him alcohol, she puts all of her hope, and she invests so much hope and so much, and the height of that hope is proportionate to the depth of her crazy. Does that make sense? So that's why I chose that particular sexual activity, because that is something that I wouldn't do. But that is something that she would do or she may not have done. Excuse me. That's something that she may not have done for Pete or BB, but she would do it for him because she's invested so much hope in that activity. And just as high as that hope is, we're seeing the depth of her crazy, how deep her crazy is, because that's how much. And when the rage comes out, that's how much we see the depth of her crazy. So if Natter is smart, he will leave her the hell alone at this point. Like, the money can't be worth it. The money cannot be worth it at this point, because that is how crazy she is. And that is the only reason why I brought up that particular sexual activity. I'm sorry if I offended some people. But
it was all love. It was all funny.
It was the value. It was the value of it.
Yeah.
It was the value of it. And the rage that she has for him, and the rage that she throws out on her audience, is a direct result of all of that falling through. Because there is no way that I would be calling a man that I know is sleeping with another chick, do you love me? Do you love me? If he loved you, he'd be getting a job so he could have a place for both of you to live. That's what he would be doing if he loved you. Like, it's just,
you know what though, ties
Alex
into that
K.
as well.
Style.
And to that as well though, is I think on a certain level, as ridiculous and crazy and as just delusional as Chantal is, deep down, somewhere deep down in the crust of her toenails, she knows.
Not the toenail crust.
This is the Natter is the best she can do, and let me tell you why. Because at the end of the day, all of these people, oh, Chantal, he treats you bad, you deserve better. No, you don't. You put all types of sludge out into the ether, out into the universe. You're nasty. You're disgusting. You don't clean your body. You don't clean your home. You treat your best friend like shit. Put him on blast. Call him a ball and a chain. Dangle, moving in, moving out. You're a horrible individual. I won't even speak about what she did to her grandmother and how she did her mother when she could have given her mother a break when her grandmother was passing.
Right.
Chantal is a vile person, right? So telling her she deserves better, no. We have all looked at ourselves and been at a point in our life and said, you know what? Let me take a break because I need to work on myself to be better. Because when you're better, you attract better. Right. Why are you going to be a trash-ass individual to ruin a good person or to attract other trash? That's absolutely insane. Chantal knows this is the best she can get. And the reason why is because she's too lazy and disgusting to try to do better. And she knows it.
I would
deep
agree
down.
with that 100%. But are you talking about people that are telling her that she deserves better? Are these her VIBs? Because I do believe that a lot of her chat, a lot of these people, even the ones that are telling her, she deserves better, I think that they're trolls. I do a lot of, I work from home. So I'm on the internet all day long. YouTube is preferably my favorite. This is why I can catch every single stream that's coming out. So I do think that a lot of her chat are trolls, and these trolls a lot of them are there to ridicule her. A lot of them will encourage her and send her money just to watch her do worse.
Mm-hmm.
So this drinking stream last night really concerns me because I watch a guy, I'm not going to shout him out, but I watch a guy who consistently gets drunk on stream and passes out and does these other things. And he has a multiple of people that come to view this only for his destruction. Nobody's calling emergency service. Nobody's sending help.
Wow.
They're watching him, as well as if you do a research on possibly the darker side of YouTube, there has been especially smoke streams, people that will do nothing. They'll stream themselves smoking until they pass away. And so
Wow.
there are people out there that just want the worst for her. And I don't think at this point she has anybody other than Pete really looking out for her best interest, because she has burned so many bridges at this
But it's
point.
Pete. I think honestly, I think her and Pete. Honestly, he could have ripped out that could have been my roommate.
Something.
I would have the
Something.
Wi-Fi would
We
have been
all
cut
agree that
off,
Peach
all
could
of
have
that
done
stuff.
more, but I
I think
mean,
that,
his
but they
his
enable each other though. They're honestly, I think that I do think that he has an unhealthy attachment to Chantel, and he does ride for her. That's not what I'm saying, but I think when you look at like the grand scheme of things, they are absolutely awful for one another, and they enable each other's worst tendencies and traits. Right? You can't have two lazy people who are slobs who um only put energy into the things they want to. Because Pete will go on stream. So Pete, if you can go on stream, you can take the trash out.
if you can go on stream, you can clean the cat pan.
Okay, please, thank you.
If you can
You,
deliver Foodie her wine, you can take out the garbage. I mean,
So
yeah,
Right.
like
I
come
too
on.
was expecting Peach to come in, rip out cords, turn the internet off, shut the camera down, something. What was that he reached into in the back of the screen that was maybe blue? Was that a refrigerator in her room?
I think that's her little
Yeah,
refrigerator.
it's a
Yeah,
fridge. It's a cosmetic fridge, but they
It's
use it
actually
for
a cosmetic fridge. Yeah, you're supposed to put your facial items in there.
your creams and stuff, right?
Right.
Yeah, we were really all hoping that Peach was gonna do something other than like hydrate her water or such. But I mean, we understand that Peach is still working with his fifth grade spine in his 40-year-old body. So it's okay. It's gonna take him a while for his spine to grow all the way down so he can do these type of things that's gonna save her in the long run.
I hope it. I mean, I don't have any hope. I don't have any hope. I
I think Pete's played himself by quitting his job
He
because
played himself.
that
Absolutely.
Yeah,
because
he
that he
did.
has gone so far down. Like I don't like Pete. I hate the way he treats BBJ. I can't stand him. But if you go back and look at the streams, like if you watch that documentary, Mr. Snowflake, you see where we first got introduced to him. He looks like a completely different person, and
Find a real quick, why he show the lady's baby?
I was gonna ask the same thing.
I
Thank
was
you, Gray.
I was
Why
upset
was
about
this?
that. I was like,
gave the kid the koala.
does
He's trying
he?
to be
It,
benevolent, but he's
oh,
just still a
is he
piece of
trying to be
shit.
benevolent
Oh
to
my
black
god,
people
give
now?
me
Yeah,
child,
he
Because he's
is.
racist.
silly
We
showing
haven't
someone
forgotten.
child. Who, ugh,
we have not forgotten.
mm,
We have not forgotten his racist comments, and I don't appreciate him
uh-huh.
trying to film that
Right.
little girl and put that little girl all over the internet. I don't appreciate it.
agreed.
Oh God.
I don't even have any kids, and honestly, I that really when Chantal does that with any of that, she just does it without any thought or whatever. Like the guy who was standing in front of his license plate,
But
and
she
he was
don't
like, "That
care.
that's like, why are you doing that to people? They didn't ask to be on your
And
channel."
that lady had no idea that he was filming
A minor.
her baby and having her as a prop in his live stream. She had no clue.
Yeah. If you no,
See, don't let me see.
that's gross.
I'm so glad I don't live in Canada.
Right. I
I mean,
just wanna
don't get me wrong. I'm sure Canada's great. I've flown through there. I want to see Canada, but I'm glad I don't live near either one of these two individuals.
I just want to know how much of this is genuine ignorance on both of their parts. I mean, I guess being a grown adult, I expect everybody to take some kind of responsibility and accountability for themselves. But how much of this on his part of filming other people is pure ignorance? He knows zero about the internet. He knows zero about filming and editing, which is evident. So he just may not know the rules of actual socialization, society.
But
I hope.
ignorance of YouTube's guidelines does not excuse him. As a
Well,
creator, you
hopefully
click,
his commenters let him know, because
Of
like
course, we
this
know
is.
he did not read YouTube's guidelines, as Chantel has not read YouTube's guidelines, and she was
Of
the
course
one that
not.
created this channel. And all he has to do, he has not had to go through any rigmarole of anything that any of us creators have had to do to get on YouTube. He
true.
instantly was an overnight monetization because of her.
Yeah, he was.
He just keeps on
So
filming kids. I just
he
don't.
does not know anything.
Oh,
And yes, these are things that could absolutely get his channel shut down, her channel shut down, and the whole. But I honestly think that a better karma is to allow these people to have these channels and then for their viewership to dwindle to nothing. I honestly
Hmm.
think that would be better karma. It's more like, instead of killing somebody because they killed your friend, your daughter, your wife, your husband, your mate, you send them to prison for the rest of their life where they can't never get out of it. So it's kind of the same thing. So I
I
think
feel
this
like
is how
it'll
you
never
deserve.
happen because
Yeah,
people, again,
because
we want to see it. Like we want to see how it
right,
ends, you know? So I get what
right,
you're saying, Hannibal. I think everybody can agree that the best comeuppance for those two is to power up alive. I get what
right.
you're saying,
And
Hannibal.
have 56 people.
Can't bear. They, because look how Chantel
Man,
was
that will
acting.
be
Remember
the
when her
day.
channel got taken? When her channel got yeeted, she was on Twitch or whatever, some other platform, and 23 people were in. She's like, oh my God. She looks so sad. She's like, I used to have like 1K,
Oh yeah,
1.5K. And she
look
was all depressed
so
and
crazy.
sad.
Yeah, because she knew who at the end of the day nobody really look. She know. Look, one thing she literally knows, and if Yeaton did not know her, is that baby,
Hmm.
people are not gonna follow you in the way that you think people are gonna follow you. Yeah, you cute, and yeah, you a bit of a train wreck, and God knows, yes, we're all here talking about you, but nobody's gonna follow her. Look, do you think I'm gonna sit here and pay for OnlyFans and Patreon just to watch this woman? Hell no! And I know none of y'all are gonna pay for that.
She got a taste of
No,
that, and her
no.
ego was absolutely shattered over that. And all of a sudden, remember, she started working hard. She's going on Twitter, guys, I'm gonna be on here. I'm going. Granted, it was all over the place, right? But once she could
Hmm.
easily just go on a live, right, and just hit that button. Oh, all of a sudden, girl, she can create the Beezer show and all that. Where's the case of the Mondays now? It's a real
It
actual
ain't. It
case,
ain't
because we don't.
none.
It's a Scooby Doo case because we don't know what the hell happened to it
It
at
don't
the end of the
exist.
day, right? Like it's like she didn't even stick to it. That's
Look,
because she got her
I
YouTube channel back.
cannot with y'all calling it a Scooby Doo case.
It is.
I cannot with y'all
It's a
calling.
whole ass Scooby Doo mystery.
I cannot.
Where is
No,
the case of the
because I
Monday?
love me some good old Scooby Doo. Okay,
And then
hey,
she did
I
she
love
just
me.
post once on that after that? Like, I'll be coming up with something else, or wasn't it like, did she do something after that? Or was it just that one show?
It was the one show, but the thing is, she posted
No,
a little thing like, I can't do it because, an excuse. But here's the thing, as much as I can't stand Chantel, if she actually sat down and kind of scripted things or whatever, it could be kind of funny. Like when she went, did that shot with Sam's like, fire this bitch already. It was funny,
Right.
and it got a laugh. And so if Chantel actually can be funny sometimes. She can, you know? And I think that if she would have taken the time to do it, but guess what? It's too easy to just hit live and be messy. And I think her comeuppance is going to be if her channel actually gets demonetized but not yeeted. That's going to be a mess because guess what? We still get to see her act a fool because of her need for
Yes.
attention. But
And
guess
Mhm.
she
what?
makes no money.
But it's
Yes.
going to be even better because, honey, you're going to be a brokey. And when you're a brokey, you can't be dialing up Uber Eats 3 times a day.
She gonna
You
start
think?
scrambling again, going to all those other platforms,
She's
trying
gonna
to
have to
make
actually put in
money.
work just to
Hmm.
pay that rent. And another thing is this too. Um, don't listen to what Chantel says, listen to what she doesn't say, right? So she made a comment about they're doing an inspection and then like they have to check the air conditioner, because the season's changing or whatever, right? You mean to tell me, because if I was a neighbor, there's no way my neighbor could have trash on their balcony and me not be complaining to the management about it, right? They've been on her. She's been on their radar ever since all of those what do you call the wellness checks.
Mm-hmm.
I think that there's something going on with that in the apartment. She's like, we're moving next month, blah, blah, blah. I know she just says things and spur of the moment or whatever, but I think there's some issues with the management company, though. I really do. Because you
that makes
can't,
perfect sense.
yeah,
With all the
because all of
cleaning and
that
stuff.
trash, it's starting to stink. And then they probably said, we need to check the air conditioner, blah, blah, blah. And then, they're going to come in and do the inspection and stuff like that or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
They're treading a thinner line than I think we realize.
And
The
that
management doesn't
toilet,
worry about that.
I wonder, is that toilet leaking?
The one
That
in the
toilet,
kitchen,
Stuff down there.
yeah,
I don't know what's
that
going
is
on with that.
disgusting.
they said
I
it
do
was
not.
backed up, right? Or something was
Right.
wrong with it.
Oh my
That
God.
one was
Can you
backed up
imagine
for
the
like
smell
weeks.
in her house? Like,
No, I'm so glad there's no such thing as smell-o-vision. I would be.
I know that. God knows
They
nobody
haven't
wants
taken
to
care
know.
of that place at all. Like
That-
that place was really nice when they first moved in, and it has gone to absolute, shit. And at the end of the day, as an apartment manager, right? I'm not gonna want to deal with that. Somebody else is gonna pay that $1,800, and they're gonna just go to work, come home, not cause any problems. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's not
Yeah.
worth it at the end of the day. And
Well, I mean, the
also,
amount of stuff that's in there, it leads me to believe that in an apartment complex like that, there could be roaches, maybe.
I don't understand why we have not seen roaches in that apartment yet.
Maybe because of the cat.
How do
I
you
don't
have
know.
Cats not gonna.
KFC,
Those cats are not able to keep up with the amount of roaches that would be in that place.
That's true.
KFC in your drawer and not have roaches all over your bedroom? I don't understand that. And like, I can't. How do you go to sleep at night knowing there's KFC in your desk drawer? I don't understand that type of.
Drugs.
You
She
look
eat
for
it.
you know, she
Drugs.
walks
Exactly.
She's
out
on
and you
drugs.
eat it.
The
She's
girl
on drugs.
had a whole box of Lakmas outside her door overnight, and she brought them in and ate them.
Can I get the ingredients of lakma, please?
It's just yeast and flour and sugar. Yeast,
You know,
flour, and sugar. It's fried. That's all it is.
it's
and
fried.
you left that out overnight.
It's literally fried dough with chocolate on it, right?
Yeah,
Are
Or
those
whatever they put on
stiletto
it,
nails?
vanilla, strawberry, whatever you want to put on it, they can.
Now
But
so
like,
so
not the nail.
No.
That's her nail.
damn,
Look at
stop
this,
it.
the roast that moved out of
oh,
Chantel's.
I'm dead.
Stop it.
Wait a
They
minute.
got
The roach
stiletto
has
nails on.
nails.
Yeah,
The nails.
that's
Oh
The
stiletto
my
lips
nails.
are on
goodness,
fleek.
that is spot on. Look at the lip.
That is
I'm so
absolutely
done.
Who
hilarious.
does this stuff? Who does this stuff?
Yo, this is how you know that Chantel has the most raggedy ass community ever. Look at the screen names. That's how you know that she's just a mess. Chantel's 3-day-old panties. Come on, man.
I
If
like
I
the
ever start a
dishes.
channel and
I
somebody's
like
like
the dishes
Tasha's
now.
3-day-old panties, I'm gonna get offline and I'm never coming online again.
I just, if I were her, you would never see my face again. I would be getting reconstructive surgery. I would be changing my name.
Oh, I definitely wouldn't be posting anything on the internet anyway.
I would not be posting anything on the internet. I would be losing weight. You wouldn't be able to recognize me. I'll be so humiliated. I would be so humiliated.
Well, if she was losing weight, then she'd be doing something that everybody wanted her to do. That's the problem. She would be doing something that people actually want her to do. And you know she's got to be defiant. She can't actually do what people want her to do. Who?
I mean,
Shit.
at this point, I don't care. I don't care if she doesn't. I don't care if she ever gets herself together. I do not care. I mean, she can have it. She
Oh
can
no, I'm with.
have the
Look,
whole train wreck.
I'm right there with you. Look, I care less, but there's some people who do want to see her, succeed and do well. But she can't. But she's got to be defiant against those people too.
I mean, I
Beaver
always want to see people do well. I think that's human nature. I would like to think that. Anyway, but I always want to see people do well. But I always there's some atonement for your behaviors and your actions. There's some accountability. There's some kind of judgment that you need to go through, be it from yourself or from your God or whoever, that you have to pass through. And she is absolutely defiant in getting to that point of self-awareness to be able to say that I have been a horrible person. At the point that you can state that you have been a horrible person, you have done and said horrible things, then you can go and change. Then you can go and make amends for those past behaviors. And then you can say, I'm sorry, and your actions will actually follow through with the words that you said. Until then, we're going to be stuck in this infinite loop of he loves me not.
Well, I really enjoyed being here with you guys. I have to go, and I think it's just spot on everything that you just said, Hannibal. I think we're gonna stay in this loop. And she's talking about she's gonna post the messages from Natter. Who cares? It doesn't matter what he says to you. I'm just here for the train wreck.
Same.
So I really loved talking with all of you guys. It was so funny. And I guess this is the only positive to come out of all of this. I mean, I enjoy these moments. I get to vent and talk, and you know we have the funniest chat. I believe we have the funniest chat. So
I agree.
So I'm as long as you guys are here, I'm gonna be here with you guys. So
All right,
You're
enjoy.
always great to
Have a
listen
great
to. Like
day.
you have
Stay
great points
safe.
and such, and have a great rest of your
Yeah.
day.
Have a
thank
good
you,
one,
thank you for
Andrea.
saying that.
Yeah.
Goodbye,
Remember,
guys.
check your DMs.
No,
Monty, you gotta stop that.
no.
You gotta stop.
Bye, Monty.
Bye.
Bye.
Baby, look, now Monty out here trying to make it be like how was it Janelle Aika going that one song talking about, but he gotta eat the booty.
Booty like groceries.
He gotta get rid of these hoes for me.
See,
Oh,
Monty, I knew
Not
you
the
was a
roach saying
freak.
it moved.
I knew you was a freak, Monty. You ain't know nothing of it. You knew too much about them clubs there in Toronto and Ottawa and all. I knew it.
The old sex table gave you away there, Monty.
look, don't let Monty
The
fool
sex
you.
chair.
Look, Monty might be 39, but baby, look, you know he a freak. You
Yeah,
know
you're a
he
freak.
I can be a freak. I can be a freak. I can a freak.
Look,
Every freak.
Dre, you saw him come on stream yesterday with no shirt on,
Oh,
taunting all the women in the chat. Monty,
Drag
you
not
said that.
tease. I was like, wait a minute, am I the right channel? I was like, oh, okay, Monty, all right. All right. But really quick, shout out to all the comments about the roach saying they moved out of Chantal's place because it was too funky, and somebody else says congrats. I'm sorry, I'm reading those comments. I'm dead.
look, I'm so glad that
Oh, they are hilarious. I'm over here dying off these
I'm
comments.
so glad that the roaches out. They moved on and moved up in the world, and I'm so glad for them. Love that for them.
Yes, ma'am.
As their breaking point, and Chantal's apartment is basically a roaches. I can't even. Well, I'm gonna have to drop off too, guys. Thank you so much for having me. This is my first time ever as a panelist on the stream. You guys are so gracious and kind. So not the roach with the hearts and death. I can't. But you all have a
The
great,
lips
great
on the
day.
roach, though.
You have a wonderful day.
Yeah, and hopefully I can come on again soon. And thanks again for being so
See
gracious.
ya.
And the chat's great. See you guys.
Bye.
Bye.
All right, so now we found out where he got the koala. It was that balloon game where you got to pop at least one. I think he got one. That's why he got the small prize.
Not him literally sitting there getting the small prize and then giving it to a child.
And there we go. A shot of DD.
Wait, where?
DD?
Yeah,
she's in the pink.
Where?
Oh,
Yeah.
Didi's with
It
him.
is DD.
Oh.
Yeah.
There's a shot with Didi. Wait, I didn't see Didi.
Yeah, she's right on his right. She's keeping out of the frame of the camera, but in the pink.
She keeps coming in every once and again.
Yeah, because he can't handle the camera properly.
I want to see her.
I think it's this scene where we will see her more because he pans towards to the left and he goes to the right too far, and she's like right there.
How do you not handle the camera properly? It's a phone.
He don't know the range.
You know, he's struggling. You know, he's struggling. You know, he struggles with everything.
Yeah.
Mm.
Not that lady with the pink,
No,
huh?
not that one. No, no,
Okay,
no, no,
I was
no.
about to say she
Didi,
got too much hair.
yeah,
Dee Dee
Didi
Ball.
as the the
Not
short
Didi
one,
Ball.
pixie cut. Didi had the pixie cut on.
No,
Now she got the
Dee
pixie cut. Now she got the
Dee
pixie
got
cut
male
on.
pattern. She got male pattern baldness under that comb over.
Yeah, she does.
Wait, is she bald too?
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
done. You know what is that
Man,
with
Maybe
y'all
he's
like
got
and
a.
the
that
bald
was
head
just
Now
people?
I'm thinking that Natter has a fetish. He has a
You
fetish
know
for.
what? He do. You right, Hannibal. He got a fetish for fat,
Mm-hmm.
balding women.
I
And
think he has a fetish,
he
and I
like
think that
fat,
he was trying to
bald.
get Chantel in on the fetish train, and she fell in love. And well, damn it, here we are.
Yep.
He like him fat, bald. Was it fat, bald, and desperate?
Yep.
There
Well,
you go.
well, if we're gonna profile how he likes him, let's profile what Chantel has liked because she liked them.
Anything.
Well, anything, but mostly they don't have any substantial way of taking care of themselves after BB. I'm gonna say after BB. Once again, I think BB was the break-in factor in Chantel's mind of minds, and he broke her. He left her, and so since then she went after Pete, who, well, Pete.
Well, I mean, she didn't have to cheat on BB. She made that choice.
Well, she makes all these. She made the choice to introduce us to Natter. We would have never known about this fool. He could have been a Tinder date that went bad that nobody ever knew about, ever, ever, ever.
I
Well, she
know.
kind of doxed him, I think.
Well, she did. That's her fault again.
Yeah, like he says, that's her fault. Folks. That's her, but I mean, but isn't that like the part that's so crazy about all this? Is that if she just would have just kept some shit to herself, we would have never known about Natter.
Nope.
Natter would have
Period.
never been a factor. We could have
Period.
literally moved on with our lives. Never would even have to look at this fool ever if she would just learn to keep some shit to
To her.
herself.
Right.
But God, I can't. Not Natalie. Like, stop it, Andre. Oh my God. That is so fucked up.
Wow. Dre over there falling out.
She said that she. Let me calm down.
Oh man, the DLF. Oh, by the way, if no one knows, DLF is in the bin until June 16th at the earliest.
Wow.
So another 2 weeks.
Dang, man.
Did he get out of the hospital okay?
Yeah, he did go to the hospital okay. They're keeping him with the chomos in that section, but he's trying to keep
Oh.
quiet and staying away from
Is he
them.
close to Chris over there? Is he close to Chan?
No, he's in Buffalo, New York, so he's close to Andrew Ditch, like literally a stone throw
Wow.
away.
Oh no, that's not a good.
No.
That's not good at all.
Yeah, but
Well,
yeah,
I bet he wish he had that Cobra wand that somebody sent him now. My bad.
Is he getting out for good? We don't know because there we go. There was Didi again. Did anybody miss that? Let's see. Should we slow it down? We'll slow it down because
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's when she took the camera, right? Yeah.
hmm I'm pretty sure that was Didi right there. So we'll go at half and see. But yeah, him and Andrew Ditch are having problems.
Oh Lord. Not Andrew Ditch.
Yeah, maybe Andrew Ditch can throw down. You never know.
No, not
Why you
throw
laughing?
down.
Oh, there. See,
Oh
that is
yeah,
Didi.
that
There
was
she is.
Yeah,
full
that's
on
Didi.
We saw her.
D2.
Yep.
We caught
D2.
you. Now we caught you on
Oh yeah,
camera.
that's why Chantel mad because she ain't at the fair and him and D2 at the fair.
And why? And exactly why wouldn't I want to be seen with Dee Dee over Chantel? And it has nothing to do with her potato shape. It has to do with her behaviors.
Her nastiness.
It has, and that too,
Walk
because
that
what if
far.
she smells?
When I say
If you come out of a house with cat litter and what if
when I say her nastiness, I mean her attitude and her disgustingness in her house.
Oh, for sure, her attitude. I can't take you anywhere with you sharting and burping all over the place. That's not going to be conducive to going out anywhere. I promise.
Mm-hmm. But I don't think she would have the stamina to be there all day like that.
Oh
She
no,
wouldn't.
they'd have been gone.
Oh, she would
She
have
would
sat
have
down by
been,
now.
yeah, huffing and a puffing and everything. Just like the park. Couldn't even do like a 2-3 minute walk.
Okay, he's showing his McCafe coffee.
I mean, but if she did that more, I think that would help her at least get some exercise.
It
Yeah, you gotta
definitely
start.
would, but she don't take the time out to try to exercise at all. The most she'll do is try to twerk, and it shakes everything on her body.
She tried to drop it low yesterday. Did y'all see that?
What'd you say, Dre?
She tried to drop it low.
Oh.
Well, Dre, she left to throw up and came back with no panties on.
She pissed on herself.
So she did drop it low.
She did.
She did drop it low. Just something else.
So was that melt? You know when your snow cone melts or your ice cream cone, you got all this flapped over your cone side. You got never mind.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna tell you this. When she walked back in, it looked like Peter Griffin chin.
It looked like Peter Griffin chin in a veil, like that's what the photo looked like with a black veil over it, like it's a funeral.
Not Peter Griffin's chin. I'm done with y'all. I'm done. Oh my God, I'm in tears.
I really do appreciate this kind of laughter on a Saturday afternoon.
It looked like a whole butt in the front and nothing in the back.
Front, nothing in the back. What?
Nothing in the back, but the butt was in the front.
Yeah,
got more gut than butt.
Yeah.
I mean, she do got more gut than butt. I'll give you that. Yes, she do.
We would just say she looked like she got her head on backwards.
That too.
Baby, the way she was so drunk, by the time she got up to go and throw up, that wig was shifted from left to right to the back. I'm talking about that wig looked a whole mess. And when she came back on the screen, it was like she threw up in her mouth.
Yeah, she did.
She did. I can guarantee you. Like
she did,
all that puke on that wig, it was nasty.
She was gagging, and I was like, "Oh my God, please don't throw up on camera."
It was nasty.
Yeah, I mean, she is absolutely the equivalent female Dr. King Cobra. She is the one.
Jeez,
She tops him by every aspect of his dirty and nastiness. She has him in the same. She just has a lot more business sense than he does.
Jeez Louise, I don't even know who that is.
Don't find out. Don't worry about it.
I won't.
Trust me, stay out of that rabbit hole. This is the reason how I ended up here in Chantelverse, falling in rabbit holes.
Oh Lord.
See, and you know what? And that's what happens when you fall down rabbit holes. Because, baby, if I had can you believe that I found Chantal in them because I was in the rabbit hole of Nikocado Avocado?
And
I was literally in that rabbit hole. So
yeah, and that leads to so many different other areas. But he's such an interesting character. He's a very interesting.
He's
a very interesting person.
Oh yeah, no. Look, I used to follow him for God knows how long for a hot minute. Yeah, before I ever even knew who the girls were. Word.
But I mean, even Nikocado is so self-aware that I love how he pokes fun at them. I love how he trolls them. Um, Sometimes I even like his little insane characters that he plays. But to know that when he gets off camera, that's not him.
Right.
That's different. But what we're seeing here, it alarms me to a certain degree because there are many people. These are how I fell into this rabbit hole that Chantel shows her entirety of her life, no matter what it is, on the internet.
Right.
And that has to be some kind of disorder. That has to be not a normal people don't do that. Normal people will get on, they'll show this, they'll show that. We'll have this panel. We're focusing in and talking about someone that's showing their entire life on the internet. Who does that? What makes you do that? You're addicted to attention. That's good. That's well. But I mean, trust me, the internet is not the place. This is eternal. This is permanent. This will stick with you no matter what you do. You're going to be 80 something years old and you will not be able to live down that you pissed in your bed after a drunken night of insaneness.
Well, I mean,
Well, I
hell,
mean, of
remember the
course
time that
it's
she sharded at Natter? She was like, oh no, and literally ran because she had to shard. And I'm like,
like
ma'am.
in her mind, in the small mind that she has, she thinks by deleting the video, it's gone. But by the time she deletes the video, everybody on the internet has it.
Oh yeah, I can tell you right now, there's at least 2 people that I know. I'll keep them anonymous, who archive every live stream that she does.
Mhm.
Yeah. And once you
Oh look, is
archive it,
that
it's a
Didi
wrap.
again? Wait, is that Didi again? Huh? I think we saw Didi's arm. Huh? I think we saw Didi arm.
You want me to go back?
Just
All
a
right, we'll
couple
go back.
seconds. I think we saw Didi's arm.
All right, we're gonna slow mo. We're gonna go back and see.
Did we
'Cause,
see
yeah.
I think we saw Didi's arm because she
All
had the
right.
Nick Cafe.
We saw her whole face.
Yeah.
We know she does.
Oh.
Good.
Oh,
Jesus.
that was a jump scare.
Right. It sure was. Oh my goodness.
He said, "Don't play me like that. Jump scaring me. This is not Five Nights at Freddy's." See, right there.
There she go.
There we go.
Yeah, there she go. Wait,
With
she got
her
a ring on that
McCafe. With her McCafe coffee.
So wait, is that hers or are they sharing?
They must be
They
sharing.
must be sharing because he ain't got no.
Ugh.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay, well, I mean, we all know what she does,
Well.
but I ain't gonna say nothing else.
He likes a little chocolate on his straw.
He don't mind that taste on the straw.
Woo! I guess he's used to it.
Yeah, he's used to it. He's definitely used to it.
I mean, once you eat raw chicken, man, everything's on the
pretty
table.
sure he's used to some good old halitosis.
You know, he dive in that old gray puss every night.
Okay, here we go. So he's gonna watch. I remember this part.
I thought he was a real man.
I thought,
Real
yeah,
man.
why you get up there and smack that bell right quick?
Right.
Wedding ring on?
Yeah, she did have a ring on that left finger.
Oh,
she did.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I
She
saw
had
it
a ring
too.
on that finger.
The
She sure
T.
did.
It was a band. I don't know what kind of band, but it was a band.
The T.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, Natter. Let's see you get up on there and swing it. Come on.
Right. Real man.
He's embarrassed from them 2 dudes that's up there. And that little girl. The little girl.
And the
just
little girl,
completely-
right. The baby gonna get better hits than him.
He can't do it after that. He don't want nobody to know it's not going to raise up after that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and another thing I wanted to bring up was Roman. Roman.
Oh, God.
He was talking so much smack about us, and he called me a 50-year-old woman. But when I went in his chat that night and I asked him, I said, "Who you calling 50?" He kept ignoring my comment. And so he started playing the millionaire game and kept ignoring my comments. So I was just like, okay, this is boring. I'm out. Then he want to call my name out. Yeah, go ahead, Curl Connections, because you've been talking smack about me and you don't know who I am. Child, like I said what I said on panel, and
But
I meant what I said.
all I'm gonna say is Roman better keep some people's names out of his mouth, because he been talking about a couple of my friends, and baby, you don't want it with me, okay? Because you have been saying reading a lot about Erie, and I'm sorry, but yet, yeah, you might want to keep their names out your mouth before you hear the wrath of Dre this afternoon. Because trust me, you're not gonna like me.
Roman is just a clout chaser. There's
Oh, I
no
know, but he's not gonna like.
he's
But he's
nothing
not gonna
else.
like me. But he's not gonna like me.
He has
I mean,
no
he keeps
content.
trying.
He has no dog in this fight. That's the question. Not why would Didi jump into this? Not why would Didi jump. Didi has at least a dog in the fight, and the dog would be Natter, because that's her dog. I'm telling you, she's a handler. Anyway. So anyway,
right.
But why would Roman jump his ass off into this?
I know. And
Period.
Roman, look, if somebody lied to Roman and to Nader at least too many times in their lives, because y'all two are too ugly as hell to be sitting here thinking that y'all got something to say, or anybody actually gives a fuck about what happens to either one of y'all. Y'all are too ugly. And yes, I say you both are too ugly. Roman with his fucking struggling ass headline, and Natter with them teeth alone, the gargle. Yes, I'm coming for them. They've been pissing me off. They pissed me off. Gargamel and that other one. Okay, Roman noodles. Excuse me.
You
That's
know
what his
who
name's
Roman
gonna be.
look like?
Roman noodles.
Yeah, I remember back in the day, the Looney Tunes cartoons, and remember when Foghorn Leghorn had a son.
That was the chicken hawk. You talking about the little chicken hawk?
The little chicken hawk, yeah. Oh
I'm
my
mad.
goodness.
I'm mad. I know what you're talking about. Oh, that one.
That's what Roman look like, the chicken hawk. Oh my god. Look, that was Foghorn's son.
OMG.
Wow.
Okay, that's
I should have knew you was gonna pull it up, Monty.
Lord, I cannot. I cannot with y'all. Y'all is too much. Lord.
Oh my goodness.
All right, we had a Graveyard Floor says my mom wore her wedding ring for 30 years after my dad died. Didi may still be wearing hers. I get that. People do that, especially widows. But the thing is, Didi said herself she wasn't married. The guy that she was with, they were together, but they never were actually married. Just to clarify.
Oh, so she was never married?
No, she never was.
Okay. So she was just with a dude for X number of years just to be with him.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, at least she didn't marry him.
That was her former property.
Boyfriend.
Yeah, property.
Yeah, the one that passed away.
The former Natter.
Oh,
not the former Natter.
I'm sorry, that came out right.
Former product. I'm done.
You're not gonna get that. I'm not gonna get over that until Didi comes on and says something different. She is way too smooth. She has handled everything as a pimp. She's played the background. She's probably in there raking in the dough. She probably get here, Natter. Throw this $5 around, even though we just saw Chantel get this $5 out the ATM. Throw these $5 around and then give them to me when you're done.
Okay, but here's the real question: is she a gorilla pimp or is she like a bubblegum pimp?
She's a bubblegum pimp. She's like a madam. You know what I'm saying?
Bubblegum?
Hold
You don't
on,
think?
wait.
You don't
There
think?
are types of
I don't think
pimps.
she's
There are
going in there. I
types
don't
of
think she's
pimps.
going there and smacking people down over this.
Hold
Nah,
on,
she
wait.
ain't
Am I
using the
stupid?
pimping.
No.
Hold
Diddy
on,
might
wait.
be
Am I
gorilla pimping.
stupid? No. Wait, am I
Nah.
stupid? Like for real? Wait, there's a bubblegum pimp and a gorilla. Wait, there are layers to this?
Oh yeah, pimping has plenty of layers.
Okay, well, so someone's got to explain to me what is a bubblegum pimp and what is a gorilla pimp?
A gorilla pimp is gonna be the one that's gonna smash in your door, kick in, shoot anybody. Where's my motherfucking money? Kind of guy, and a
Okay.
bubblegum pimp's gonna be the one that's gonna play the smooth background and gonna have somebody else
Okay.
do
See,
their
I
work.
didn't know.
And just
Look,
gonna,
see, again,
you know what
I've
I'm
never
saying?
been a pimp. I've never been a
The
pimp. Meaning I've
soft
been
pimp.
a hoe, but I've not been that kind of hoe. You know what I'm saying? You know,
Yeah.
You haven't been that
I haven't been that kind of hoe. A pimp now.
that owned
I'm like,
hoe. I got you. You've been freelancing out here.
yeah, I was free. I was a freelance hoe. There you go. There you go. I was a freelance hoe. There
I
you
know that's right, Dre.
go. Look, I was a freelance hoe. So I
The
never had to,
freelance hoe.
yes, honey. So yes, I never had to. I didn't know there was layers to pimping there. Now, shit. And I mean, but yeah, if she was, she would be the bubblegum pimp. Play the game real smooth. Would be like, oh, here you go, Natter. Here you go. Look, because she would.
And
She has.
she's using him for all the muscle. She's using him for all the muscle.
She using him to go out and get the different women.
I think they're using each other to get the women. Because look at him. There's no way on God's green earth he's pulling this many women. Just look at him. Anybody?
I'm more than sure.
But yeah, we've seen incidents of this with the whole bar thing. But like, oh, me and Didi's gonna go out, come hang out with us, right?
You know what? I
Yeah.
thought about that. You know, I really thought about that the other day because, like, okay, has anybody ever watched the docuseries Surviving R. Kelly?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so do y'all remember how R. Kelly would sometimes send the other girls to recruit girls?
To go and get them. Yep.
That's something I really do wonder. Like, okay, so are they? Is Didi sending them out? Is he sending Didi out to recruit people?
I think he's sending Didi. I think they'll pick a mark. They'll pick a target. They'll look at him for a little while, and then they'll send Didi or go out. Either way, I think they sending each other out.
Right.
Because as it was said, she met him on Tinder. Once again, I'm gonna keep throwing that back in y'all. This is a Tinder date. She met him on Tinder, and all of a sudden, Didi, who's been watching you for 2 years, show up. Blink, blink, silence, blink. You see what I'm saying? So I think that he found her either on Tinder or whatever. They found each other, and then Didi came into it, and that's when all this extra mess started. All this extra stuff, and now once again, because Chantel can't hold water, every piece of business that she gets, she has to throw on the internet, which I do believe is a mental. I think that's a disease. I think that's a disorder in itself to want to have somebody big brother your life. I don't want to be on camera 24 hours a day.
Right.
I don't want you to know all of my business. I do want some sort of privacy about myself and my business. And that's to safeguard me and everybody in my personal life.
But to be fair though, like it was a Hannibal. Have you ever thought about maybe like, and this is the weird thing about it, you ever think that maybe to some degree her being on like so public is maybe the thing that might have saved her in a lot of this situation? Because imagine if she was more private with Natter. I'm pretty sure her 9 times out of 10 there would have been way more shit.
I don't know. I would. I mean, because now you're saying if the circumstances were different and she was a little bit more private, then how would his behaviors have changed? I don't think that he would be as angry or as any of this because he wouldn't have been doxxed, put out on camera. Nobody would have known them and they would have had a private relationship.
Right. But
so that changes the entire dynamics.
But do you think that maybe he would have been able to get away with more if?
I think because I think that he is naturally a horrible guy just based off of the things that I've seen. And I'm not judging him off of his past because hell, I don't know what happened in stabbing 2 people. That could have been self-defense for all I know. He didn't spend a whole bunch of time in jail as far as I know. So it really, wasn't that crucial? But
it was 2 years in a day, right?
2 years in a day. That's
No,
going to
2
keep
years
him from
minus a day,
getting.
wasn't it?
2 days, 2 years less a day,
Okay,
and
minus a day.
he
So
got out
that'll
in
keep him
eight
from getting
months,
deported.
is what I'm hearing. Yeah.
That would have kept him from getting deported. So I don't know why they would want to keep him in the country if that's the case. If he did something that crucial, because if any country has the right to deport you as a violent criminal, they're going to get you out of there.
Mm-hmm.
True. He lucked out on Canada though, because lots of countries would have deported him, but Canada is not into the business of deporting people back to countries where they'll lose their lives. So with that said, our government, Canadian government's really, really, you could either use good or really bad at not deporting people that other countries, other first world countries would immediately deport. Like
Right.
if he was in the States, he'd be gone.
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
He
Oh yeah.
absolutely.
Like he would nowhere near make it in the States. Like honestly, like
I mean, he has so many issues in the States, and it's not even the deportation. It's the people that he's going to. You're going to treat people like this. You have family. Once again, we're going to call our cousins, our uncles, and our family, people that love us, before we call the cops, and they're going to get you. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to have so many issues. You're going to wish that somebody deported you from this country. So, I mean, everything is what you make it here. So you come over and you create this kind of chaos and this kind of fuss. There are serious consequences that's going to happen to you eventually. And that's why we're all here. We're waiting for these consequences to unfold. But for whatever reason, this fairy tale streams keep going, because I can't fathom how much longer this arc is going to even last. I can't fathom how many more people are going to want to come in to the middle of this and see it continue to go.
Nitrogen says he cut hair for chocolate in jail. We heard that from Foodie Beauty. Now I'm questioning, where was the chocolate coming from? A booty hole?
Yeah, you got to sneak that chocolate in the jail there, buddy. It's not on commissary.
Don't they got
No.
vending machines or something?
What?
Don't they got vending machines?
Yeah, but I think chocolate is a high commodity
Yeah,
item.
Chocolate's like cigarettes in jail, buddy.
Yeah.
Not sexual. I'm done.
Oh, well, maybe he's getting 2 types of chocolate.
Well,
Getting it
I
directly
wouldn't
from
be
that Hershey
surprised
Highway.
if he was. I would not be surprised.
Is he getting it directly from the Hershey Highway?
I think so. I guess so.
Hershey Highway. Oh my goodness.
Oh man.
I Gary said, I bet he did more for less. Ooh. He did more for less. Child. I don't know what that. I don't want to know what that man probably is done for what. Okay. Him.
Right.
I'm sure he's done some dark things.
Yeah. Anyways,
of course he's done some dark things. We've all seen Foodie. We all know what
Ooh, girl.
looks like.
Lord, and then there he is right there showing that baby again.
Right. Don't put the baby on camera.
Stop putting that woman's child on camera.
Right.
Oh,
wow. I'd be mad.
I mean, as mad as you can be, she still allowed the child to be on camera. She could have pulled the child back.
Because I'd have been like, who is this stranger trying to give my baby a bear? Where does bear come from? It's COVID going around.
And see how people just walking up? I told you they didn't pay anything for this. We got people just walking. I'm going to park my car and go over here to this fair and see what they got. They got like funnel cakes or something. I'm going back and getting my car.
Yeah.
You know, I haven't had me a good funnel cake in God knows how long.
Right. Yeah, he is cheap and a creep.
Right.
A whole lot of other things.
But Hannibal, look.
A freak.
Now he got me thinking about funnel cake.
Cheap creep and a freak.
My bad.
But every time I think about funnel cakes and shit, and I'm like, oh, God.
Right. Well, I guess we've been on for quite a while. Maybe we'll write this up. You know, we've seen this before. We're gonna do this another time. This was like fun. You know, we had a lot of, great discussions, a lot of laughs and everything. So thank you so much, whoever was here. Andrea was here. Who else was here? There are a lot of people. And I really thank you so much. But Hannibal, did you have any final thoughts, words, anything?
Monty, I appreciate your show. I love your audience. This has been really good. I thank you for letting me share my opinions, and hopefully I'll come back.
Thank
Thanks.
you so much, Hannibal. Yeah, you were great. Like I love your viewpoints on a lot of things. Your different takes, your angles. I really appreciate them. Dre.
Okay, so as so basically, this is not trying to be like self promo, but Lord knows, since everybody and their mama been on about Dre when you do the channel, look, be on the lookout. Oh, okay, because God knows, Foodie. When I say Foodie has been pissing me off, yeah, let's just say, since it's Pride Month and she wants to be a part of the gay community, your boy's got some shit to say. That's all I'm gonna say. So be on the lookout for that. Yeah, I got some shit to say. Hey.
All right. So we got Cerinthia. Are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Thank you so much for having me, and I had a wonderful time. And everyone have a great, blessed day.
All right, you too, Cerinthia. Thanks for coming on again. Really appreciate you. Link to your channel. I'll link it again. Curl Connections.
Just thank you for having me on. I know I came on kind of late. I was doing my daughter's hair, but I was listening and I'm always watching. And I'll see you guys again another time. It was nice being up here with you guys. Nice meeting you, Hannibal. Hopefully, we'll have you on panel again.
Thank you, thank you. I'm always in chat. I am the House of Hannibal.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you so much, everybody. I will link Curl Connections channel as well. Thank you,
Thank
everybody.
you, Monty.
You're welcome. I linked Hannibal as well. Dre. Hopefully, we'll get something from you soon.
Oh
Thanks,
yeah.
everybody that was in the chat. Smash that like button. Don't forget Ray Ray's GoFundMe. And we will. I'll be covering the last live stream from Foodie Beauty. It's only like an hour and 8 minutes. So what I'm gonna do is cover that right after this. I gotta eat, so give me like 15 minutes for it to start. 10-15 minutes, and we'll start. So see you over on my main. Take care. Have a good one.
Bye,
Bye
guys.
bye.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you again, Monty.